Hey yo, 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 hey yo. Welcome back to the show. Haven't been around for a while. I'm trying to lay low on the main channel because I got a strike a couple weeks ago or something, and I want to wait till it wears off. I don't want to get more strikes because then that would suck. On the main channel, I got a whole network. I'm focused on the secondary channels now, so that's something I'm focused on. The Ham Banana X thing and the freaking Ham Banana Island. It used to be called Frauder Island. Now it's called Ham Banana Island. And I'm trying to focus on them like crazy, but people, I swear, people just want to push your buttons. Anyway, what are we watching today? I found a video from King Catharsis. I guess it's Mike Cerrone doing the blood ritual. I didn't get to see this yet, so it should be interesting. I was bored and I was like, I'm looking for things to watch, right? That's what we do. We look for things to watch. So we're gonna watch Mike Cerrone maybe being in the blood ritual thing. I don't know. Allegedly. This King Catharsis thing. King Catharsis so we'll see. Skip ahead. Skip it. A lot of intro there. Let's skip ahead. Let's see the blood ritual.
People clip me because they're boring pieces of trash.
This part of the intro still. Don't fall for it.
Could that be the case? King Catharsis.
That's where I got it from.
Yes, but Izzy, I am so Catholic and so openly Christian.
So openly
I should
Christian.
never even step foot in Rat's house. But the thing is this: we're all internet friends, and that's cool.
Yeah, we're internet friends, bro.
Choose wherever you want to go.
You can trust me.
No one's holding any of us to anything, But I got to tell you this: you are exactly correct.
We are internet friends.
Agree with me.
We are internet friends.
And if they don't,
I'm already drunk. I'm already drinking.
They attack you. But
hold on, Mike. You just said the amazing.
Here we go. Is this
I
the
want it to resonate? Go.
So apparently this guy, this Axis rat blood guy, spelled backwards, by the way, which is kind of impressive if it were not so whatever. Or is everything spelled? Never mind. Actually, everything's flipped in reverse. I thought it was only his name that was spelled backwards. I was gonna say, if you figured out a way to put your name backwards like that, that's pretty impressive. Whoever recorded this, they just reversed the whole image. So left to right is now right to left. So everything's backwards, including Mike's name. So if you notice, Mike's name's backwards. I thought I was gonna be like, this guy might be quite impressive with the keyboard or something, but apparently not. Apparently it's just the person that edited the video just flipped it around for whatever sake. Maybe to make it different. They're like, well, if it's all backwards, in a way, mirror imaged.
Go ahead. I've got to burn a book in the Bible just because of what you said inspired me so much to hear that. My fucking nasty book so I can
go grab it.
One of these books out of it. I'll be right back.
Burn it in front of Mike's eyes.
So the whole narrative is the whole narrative. What I've learned on YouTube is a lot of bad things with people's morality and the way they react. And people they ostracize and put down as being bad people, to me, are the best people. But these people that are holier than thou are the biggest pieces of trash I've ever seen. So it's almost like a catch-22. But Izzy, what they do is, see, they don't attack you one-on-one. They attack in packs. It's a pack up. Yeah, because they're cowards. Mm-hmm. They can't fight you one-on-one. They have to come up in packs. And that's what it is.
That's the Bible.
Yeah. Well, I've been burnt.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I've been.
Here we go.
For the last
Holy Bibli, the holiest of Biblies there. That's rough.
Should we put an FW?
Sure.
Yeah, we're on.
Sure.
I've burnt all the way to Psalms.
Not safe for work.
I don't think it's safe for anywhere at this point.
They make my face big. Yeah. It's like, and then it's strange. But they get so fixated. So what Axis was saying earlier, and I agree. So basically, if I'm done with somebody, like in other words, if I don't like somebody, I don't want them in my life, I write them out of my life, mentally and physically. I write them out of my
So, if you guys don't know, this is something that Mike says a lot. A lot. Like, I've heard Mike say this exact thing like 6 times at least. So, this is something he says a lot throughout his life, like hundreds of times. So, just something to keep in mind here. There's things like Mike doesn't have a limited vocabulary, but he does have a limited range of words he knows how to form into sentences. And if you start noticing that, then you will realize Mike says a lot of the same things over and over and over, just at different times, but it's a lot of the
But these people can't let
same
go. They're like
for the
don't
same
love
reason
you.
too. It's
They-
just
you know,
repetitive, very
more
repetitive,
than that, they're
just
obsessed
not
with you.
at
Your
the same time.
energy is everything, and they're trying to
Oh,
suck
he's
up all your
definitely
energy. They can't get it.
entertaining,
They don't want
that's
you
for
to get
sure.
They're
I
just
like Mike. I
that's all they
personally
do.
like
They
Mike.
you. That's it.
This is so, and don't take this personal. I am going to go full screen. Like, you can keep talking. If there's more required words.
I understand.
We made it all the way up to Psalms, so we're at Psalms now.
Oh shit.
And then right after that, we have Proverbs. So let's take Psalms.
Oh, he's ripping up the
Rip that
Mike
shit up,
laughs. Mike gets
and
happy.
let's
Wow.
put it in the pot of Cage's fucking destruction, along with Bex and JG and KC, and other malevolent ass.
So Pop Soda 123. You're kind of right and you're kind of wrong. Like you heard the term code switching, obviously, like before, where people would change their dialect, their speech patterns, and everything to match the people they talk with. I do it. I do it when I talk to my daughter. I do it when I talk to my girlfriend sometimes. But usually I don't. And when I don't, is usually when I get more heat on me, where I'm very keeping it real. And that's, why are you talking to me like that? The same thing with my mom. Like, why are you talking to me like, because that's the way I feel, but, you got to show respect. So even though you feel that way, you don't talk that way to certain people or whatever. The same way when I'm frustrated with my baby, I wouldn't say something mean to her all the time. All the time. Sometimes I'll say mean things, but they're not really mean. Nothing like where she'd be super insulted. But be like, you're being a brat or you're being annoying or something. Be like, stop. That's about it. But even then, I don't know. I guess what was the point of this? Something about speech patterns or something. I forget what the point of this was. Again, I've been drinking. I would get back to this guy burning the Bible and Mike just being like, "That's fine," A Roman Catholic would usually be a little up in arms about this. Be like, "Hey, bro, you shouldn't do that. That means a lot to me." What this represents or something, but he's just scratching his beard and laughing about it like, hey, all of this is fine, the upside down circle thing, everything, and the Gen X Jeffrey thing. I mean, like a lot of this is painting you in a bad satanic picture, maybe the old Mike Cerrone was a Roman Catholic, but the new Mike Cerrone is a gay Satanist. That's for sure. Like the old Mike Cerrone probably loved the gods and the Lord, but the new Mike Cerrone seems to love the gays and the Satanists, especially the Satanists. You don't gotta be gay, you just gotta love Satan, and Mike's all over it. It seems, just saying.
Toll that wants to test my mantle.
I haven't seen this either.
Let's set this
I haven't
to the
seen this
blaze,
either.
man. Let's get this
I'm
going.
glad King Corso
Right.
or King Catharsis drug it up. I never seen this. I was curious about it
People
though.
that hate on people like me and you and other people as a conglomerate, they want to be our friends. They just don't know how. They don't know how to be our friends. They just don't know how. But it's
He's fast forwarding it, by the way. But we heard this. All this spiel.
You're showing them how their behavior is. So in a way, it's kind of like it's free counseling, really, for other people's behaviors.
Free counseling.
I'm new moon to new moon blood ritual with this, and this is going on day 3 because my New Year's is on April 1st. So this is day 3. I got to put some blood on here.
He's burning it. He's burning it.
Of man's original sin, for equal proportion in your to each individual that's involved in this. But go ahead, man. You're fine. I just don't trust people anymore.
Give me 1 second. I got a phone. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, there we go.
He's burning it. You see the fire going?
Yeah.
He's getting it going. He's like burning himself while he's burning it.
Okay. Yeah, well, it'll catch you. Pretty good. Wow.
What's really interesting is every religion has rituals. People always say that only the dark arts.
Again, I am Christian. I got my cross on all the time. I got my cross here. And I'm a Christian, by the way, you guys know. You know, I've always been a Christian, but I fully embraced it, you know, recently over the last year or so. So before I wasn't really embracing it. It was just something I was, but it's something I'm embracing. So that's good. Yes, Mike Cerrone's in the chat. Hit that link, Mike. I love it. I love that Mike's in the chat.
A little bit of bloodletting.
This is the rat blood video, bro. I never seen this. I never seen this, Mike.
Did you know that barbers, the original barbers, used to bloodlet you? And when you got a haircut, you got bloodlet.
Rat blood.
What is bloodlet?
Is that part of? Is that what that is? Is that what he just put in there?
Making you bleed out because it.
What did he just put in that? What did he just put in there?
Did you know? And Axis probably knows this. Did you know that barbers, the original barbers, used to?
Yes, we got Mike in the background.
You got bloodlet.
Nice. I love that Mike's awake.
Bloodlet mean? Like,
bloodletting.
All right, let me pause this real quick.
Making you bleed out because it was supposed.
Here we go. Here we go, Mike. Here we go.
I'll be right there. Give me 1 second. I'll be right there. Give me 1 second.
All right, take your time. I'm gonna play the video. Okay.
All right.
All right. Cool.
I gotta make a pee-pee. I'll be right back.
All right. Mute your mic.
Yes.
And then when you're ready, unmute.
I got the vial.
Here we go.
It's 50% my blood and it's 50% rat blood.
Oh lordy, no! Is this the video where he injects
I do not
it?
suggest that anyone
Ever.
As a matter of fact, don't do what I do.
If he does that, like that is seriously stupid and sick. If he really puts like rat blood into his body, that's dangerous, bro. You could get rabies, you could die, like you could get infections. You don't know what's in that. Like this guy is freaking stupid, and that's not even getting to the religious thing where we were. Like that's just him like going from, hey, I'm gonna burn the Bible to I'm just gonna straight up mutilate my own body and hurt myself, and that's crazy. So we won't show that part. You know, honestly, I don't want to see him inject anything, honestly.
Yeah, salute. But I think apparently he did all that stuff, and apparently he was like he almost died. Did you know about that?
No, that dude, this is the first I'm hearing about this. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's crazy.
He had to go to he was doing that stuff for a while, and he got some kind of bacterial infection. That's what I heard through third-party channels. Mm-hmm. And he was literally in the ER for like days.
That's what you get for doing dumb shit like that. You should never do that.
The whole thing is that, you know, the problem is this. This is the problem. Mm-hmm. I made a mistake, okay? This guy came on Jeff's. I'm cool with Jeff. This guy has a small channel. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go support the guy. And I'm sitting there going, this is some, in my mind, this is some weird stuff.
Was it the upside down, like the satanic circle thingy, like the upside down?
No, not the satanic circle. Not the satanic circle.
That was fine with you? That was fine? You were
It wasn't fine with me, but people hear me out. People can believe what they want to believe, but when he was burning the pages of the Bible, which I believe in, I felt uneasy, and I'm laughing, but it's a nervous laughter.
I get that. I do get that.
Yeah, it was like...
Dude, a guy hit my car today, and I laughed. Yeah. I was like, what did you do? And I was like, kind of thing. But this guy, like, fucked up the whole backside of my bumper.
Wow.
I just was like, you know, flabbergasted. But I laughed about it. Like,
yeah. It's nervous laughter. So sometimes laughter is like self-soothing. You know, when you feel uncomfortable, you laugh.
Yeah, because I didn't want to go violent or angry. He was an older guy. He was clearly intoxicated and stuff. I didn't want to fight him or anything.
Yeah.
Plus, I had a little bit of weed in my car, and I didn't want to call the police. That was the biggest thing. Plus, he admitted fault right away, and that's a fucking thing right there. Dude, once you admit fault, it's like, yes.
It's over. Yeah,
that's it.
The whole thing was after that what happened there, altercation, I should say. I never went back, and then he came on Jeff's to get shitty with me, I don't know if you saw that stream.
No, I didn't.
Like,
what
yeah,
what
oh,
did
yeah.
you say when after that? Why would you?
Oh, you're too chicken shit to come back. And I just, dude, I ripped him. I trolled the shit out of him. You're just worried about. Oh, no, I said, look, I felt uneasy. You go back to some of Jeff's old ones, you'll see it. He's on there. And then after that, like there was like another stream. He came on another stream and he apologized. And I said, look, bro, let's just be chill. Let's not fight. But the bottom line is, I'm not coming back to your channel. I'm not coming back to your channel. So that's just what it is. Because the bottom line is, you know this. You've said this many times. If I come to a channel, it drives numbers up. It does. Because people like to see me act a fool and be stupid and say crazy shit.
You know, actually, Joey drives up numbers as well. Joey does as well. He has that star power or something about it, especially being fresh out of prison. Like he is like the hot goose right now, but definitely like you and Joey like together, I'm pretty sure the numbers would be over 1,000 views easy.
It's like going to be ridiculous. It's going to be a very interesting summer, and that's I keep saying. I know I keep saying
it already, bro. I feel like it started already. I feel like it's begun. I feel like I'm already in it. I'm already in the. When does summer legally begin, or like when does that actually start?
And I don't give a crap. I don't care. It's like in less than 4 days. Summer starts in like 3 or 4 days.
There you go. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Summer's about to be popping.
But I'm going to tell you this. I will tell you this. I don't sugarcoat things. I am your friend. I actually like you. I'm telling you, no matter what anything happens.
Angel Borrego. Wow.
Yes. I'm your friend.
I appreciate that.
I'm your friend.
Thank you.
And I will back
your
you.
friend as well, Mike. But the thing is, when we're wrong, even if I'm ever wrong as a friend, don't let me be wrong. You know, like don't be like, oh, like I went like if I'm wrong, correct me. Don't be like, oh, you're like don't go to bat and lie for me when you know I'm wrong. I would rather have my like reality, like my goals and everything line up with actual reality, not some projection. So if I am wrong, and I mean like you can prove it, be like, yeah, you're wrong about that, and I can prove it, then just be like, hey, you're wrong and I can prove it, and then prove it, and it would be like that would make me a better person.
Sure. I won't. So if you want me to be like an older brother figure, because I'm 15 something years older than you, so I will. I'm not saying mentor. It's not what I'm saying, because you give me the same good advice that I give you. You know, with situations that we get.
Oh yeah, we're dealing with YouTube situation. Like you have a lot of experience in real life, but I got a little bit more in YouTube.
Sure.
But that and electronics, just arguably, because I'm a younger person, like my electronics and my just the way I can maneuver through these things has got to be a little impressive.
Let me explain to you the difference between me and you. Can I tell you that? Can I explain the difference between me and you?
Please. Okay. I'd love to hear it.
So, we're both Roman Catholic.
No, we're not.
Well, Catholic.
I'm Christian.
Okay, Christian. We're both Christians.
Yeah. Well, you know. I mean,
it's the same thing. We wear a cross. We believe in Jesus. Yeah.
But the thing is that you're Christian and Catholic, and I'm also Christian. I just follow Christian things. I know you.
I'm much more.
I was raised Catholic, though. I was raised following the Catholic things, so I do understand them. I understand a lot of it. But as I grew older, I started just following the words of Jesus, because I believe that is the right way to do things.
And you know, the biggest thing is that you are Spanish, Mexican. I am Italian. We have the same values.
I'm Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, just
I know. I said you're Mexican, but we have the same values.
Like when you say Spanish, it kind of seems like Spaniard almost.
No, not from Spain, but
not from Spain, like Mexico, from Mexico.
But the difference with me is that I'm Sicilian, and we're different. We're built differently. Let me explain this to you. We're much more hyper focused. We look different. We're more violent. We're more passionate.
People try to say you guys are lower class, is what I heard.
No, not lower class. but we have different attributes. We're built differently.
Well,
It's a different kind of person. Like if you
who
go to the
else
top,
is Sicilian though besides you? Like, is Joey? Like, I thought he was like not Sicilian.
I believe Joey is Noblidon, which is Naples, which is right above Sicily.
Do you know
That's
Joey's
why-
birthday? I've been trying to write these things down. Do you know Joey's birthday?
I don't.
I gotta learn this guy's birthday. I should know.
But I'm just telling you, like people like me, people like Nunzio, we rock different. We move different and we look different. We're darker. We have bigger noses. We have dark eyes.
Dude, Nunzio's got a big nose. I do too, though.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this, like little lump. We
That's
got this in our
giants.
family. We call it like the little bump in our family. Like
Yeah, but it's not a hook. It's not a hook. So some people have a hook nose, and some people have a nose like mine. See my nose?
Yeah,
It
dude.
looks
If
like-
I had that hooky thing,
Yeah.
I'd be pretty
Yeah.
fucked right now. I totally would have
Yeah.
done nose droppery.
my nose is more African. This is what an African nose, like the spread. Like when you have a really skinny nose, skinny long nose, it's usually like, French or Swiss or something like that, right? Or German. And when you have a wider nose, like they say wide nose having, like it's more of a Moorish, it's more of a African attribute when you have a wide nose. And the eyes
I've
tell
noticed that on the dark
Yeah.
Africans from like
Yeah.
far Africa, heavy accent,
White
they're
nose.
calling, trying to scam us and shit. They
Yeah.
got those big noses like that. Wide,
it's really
very
funny-
wide. They're not long. They are wide. Like you're right.
They're wide. You have a wide nose. You have a wide nose, and it's just that's an African trait, and it's sub-African, and it's also Northern African. So in other words, like Libya is African, but they also had like Arab blood. They had Arab traits, like Gaddafi, right? Gaddafi was the head of Libya, right, which is Africa, but they were also Arabs. So Sicilians are the most complicated people you've ever seen. You can be African, you could be Moorish, you could be freaking, all kinds of stuff. You could be Greek, you could be all these different things. So when you get your background, that's when you kind of figure out exactly what you are.
So have you did one of those tests yet, or are you just going off of like?
No, I did. I did it years ago, and I did the blood. I didn't do the swab. I did the blood.
Oh,
so they give you like your lineage, going way back.
Well, what
And
company did you use? I don't know what company.
It was Ancestry.com, but it was the one before that. It was another company before Ancestry.com. It was a first one that was.
I was thinking like, as I know,
Yeah.
there's like a 23andMe or something, and I don't
Sure,
know. Like,
sure.
my
Yeah.
girlfriend did one. I bought her a test a long time ago because it was like a online thing where I found out I could get like a bunch of online credit on a website. So I went all ham and I ordered her a random thing, and it was a lineage test thing, the 23andMe thing.
It's
So
funny
we found
because
out about her family.
growing up, we thought possibly that we had Persian blood, because of the Sicilian. Like in other words, you could be part Arab, but it came out that it was Moorish, so it was more African. But some of the Africans do have Arab blood, so we're a conundrum. Like
Oh, yeah, dude, I'd be fucking like some Arab.
If you look at my face, people consider me white, right? But if you look at my features, I don't look white. I look like, what the hell is this guy? Like, what the hell? Where did he come from? Like, I'm not. It's just like it's strange. I think
You look white to me, Mike. Like if I saw you
no.
on the street, I'd be like, "That's a big, tall white guy."
No, dude. Trust me. And just
I might
presence-
think you're Italian or something, but
Yeah.
I'd be like, "You're white skin. You're white
And
skin."
then-
And like, I don't break things up into different like groups.
Sure.
You're either white,
Yeah.
you're black, or you're brown or yellow.
There's something there.
Maybe you're red if you want to get
Yeah.
creases.
Sure. It's crazy because, all right, so my son, right? So my son is considered a minority because his mother is Puerto Rican and Filipino. So he's considered a minority, right? But when I go anywhere, I'm considered white. But
you are white.
But I have African DNA. It's
So?
like, but I mean, I'm
you,
saying
you could be white.
it's weird.
That's
it's just strange.
Like, so this is the thing, Mike. A lot of people, it's crazy how people mix these things up. So, like, white isn't a race necessarily, right?
Sure.
Like, even though they write it on the paper, they don't write black on the paper. They'll be like, "Are you white? Are you this thing?" But they can't write, "Are you black? Are you brown?" Or like, you can't write those things, you know. But the truth is that they're sugarcoating the fact that this is a color. So when they go, "Are you white?" Like, the truth is, your skin is mostly white, Mike, but you're like you're lightly brown, like me. I'm lightly brown, but I should be browner. Arguably, I should definitely be browner. But like, nobody would think you were like necessarily. They would look at your skin and be like, you're a white Italian, if anything, right? Like a white Italian.
No, there's Italians that have blonde hair and blue eyes.
I know. That's
the craziest.
I know, but it's about the skin. I saw this guy with blue eyes earlier, and I was like, "Holy shit, bro, that is crazy!" Like, the fucking blue eyes are beautiful. It's crazy. I wasn't like attracted to the guy or anything, but I was like, "Dude, you got fucking." I didn't tell him. I obviously
my ex-girlfriend was like the girl before my ex-wife. The girl before my ex-wife. She was blonde hair and blue eyes. She was German and gorgeous, which is not normally what I'm attracted. I like girls that are darker. I like darker girls. You know, honestly, I like black girls. That's what I'm more attracted to.
Mm-hmm. Are you like butts or boobs? Are you a butt or boob guy?
I like eyes and lips.
I used to like boobs a lot more, but I realized I find myself grabbing my girlfriend's butt a lot more now.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah, I'm becoming a butt guy now.
I have two sons, right? My one son's mother is the Puerto Rican and Filipino, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very gorgeous, beautiful. My other son's mother,
Filipino and Puerto Rican.
Filipino and Puerto Rican.
Yep. Okay, but like so Philippines, where the Puerto Rico's next to like Florida, right? And then Filipino, where the fuck is that? Is that across the ocean all the way?
The Philippines, the Philippines.
Or is it down low? Is it down low like by Guatemala?
Yeah,
like, I really don't know.
It's completely different. But they met because her father was military, and they met like through like he was a military service member, and they met. Mm-hmm. But the whole thing is that my other son's mother, if you seen her, you'd blow a load. That's how hot she is. Big. I'm talking about D's, fat ass, the bluest eyes you've ever seen, the blondest hair you've ever seen. And I'm telling you, that was just a fling. It was like we dated for like a couple months. That was it. So me and my other son's mother, we were together 11 years. We were a long time, and we were married. But but I'm telling you, both. Wow. But check this out. My longtime son's mother looks like his mom.
Oh shit!
Looks like his mom. But then my other son's mother, who looks nothing like me, he looks just like me. He has the dark hair, the brown eye. It's weird.
Dude, it's creepy weird how that stuff. Like how my daughter came out with the same hair as me and like the same eyebrows and everything. It's so trippy how that works, bro. Like biology really is weird because they're like little mixtures of you.
I never put it in there. That's so thank you.
We lost Mike. Mike's doing something. No, it's trippy though. Like when you got like fucking like fuck. I'm trying to cover for Mike. I heard some talking, but I just put it on mute. We don't gotta listen to Mike's shenanigans. No, it is trippy though. Like when you got little kids and they start growing up, and like my daughter looks just like me, like a little twin. She even behaves like me. She even behaves like how I want her to behave because I want her to like grow up and be a little UFC fighter or something. But she
Sure.
is not
Sure.
like. But
So,
oh, hey, Mike's back. Welcome back.
so my two boys, right?
Yeah.
So my oldest son, Nicholas, he is very big. He's very big. Like
Did
he
you
is
say he
literally.
plays like sports or some shit, right?
Oh, he did. But he's 6'2",
Mhm.
about 230 pounds, solid, right?
Yeah,
He's a
muscle.
personal. Yeah, he's a body. You've seen pictures. I think I've showed you pictures of him. He's just.
I think I've seen one or two. I
Yeah.
think you showed me.
Yeah, he's huge, and I'm happy because he was chubby growing up,
Mhm.
and then I got him into karate.
Mhm.
And once he got into karate, he started working out. He started being inspired, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But if you see my son, he looks like me in the face, but he has green eyes and blonde hair.
Yeah.
Because he looks
Damn.
more like
Shit.
but he looks like his mom.
I mean, is that physically possible though?
Yes, yeah, because he takes his mom's. His mom has very light hair, and she has hazel eyes. Yeah.
And what color are your eyes? Brown?
Dark brown. Yeah, dark brown. Like
I
like
mean,
doo-doo. We call it doo-doo brown. They're dark.
Did you ever DNA test this kid?
Oh, of course, both. Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
okay. I was gonna say like blue eyes.
My other son. My
biology teacher would not agree.
Oh yeah, no, he's easy.
He would have said this was not possible.
My other son, that I found out later in life, of course,
What's
his mother
name?
is.
Do you mind telling us or no?
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. If you don't mind. Yeah.
We'll call him Ruckaford.
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 Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin. We'll call him Ruxpin. Oh, Ruxpin.
This kid looks exactly like me. It is freaking weird. Like now,
no denying that one.
I mean, I'm talking about like he black hair, brown eyes, and his mom is white as the snow.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes the DNA goes one way, sometimes it goes the other way. So if your daughter looks like you, that's great. But sometimes people have a child where they don't resemble them because the DNA goes the other way. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, so the one thing that
my daughter's DNA is going crazy, bro. She is so tall. She's half as tall as me already, and she's like more than half as tall as her mom. And she's only 2. She's like 2.5, bro. Yeah. Like she is freaking ginormous. Like she's in the 90th percentile for kids her age. Like she is very big. Like, and she just eats junk food and chills, eats pizza, pepperonis, and chips and junk. And she's like,
well, my one son is 24, so he's not going to grow anymore. So he's 6'2". I'm 1 inch taller than him. Yeah. My other son is only 15, and he's already 6 foot tall.
Damn.
At 15 years old.
That's good though. I mean, that's around where
he's gonna be really tall. Yo, my nephew is 6'4".
Shit.
And he's 16.
I always feel bad though, because like like when you're taller, gravity and things, everything, like you're heavier, your body's heavier. It's like just being heavier, like because I used to be skinnier than I am now. Like at one point in my life, like when I was a full-grown adult, I weighed 120 pounds. Now I weigh about 170, but when I'm not a little bit overweight, I weigh about 150-ish. So I know gaining like 50 pounds of weight, or let's say since you probably weigh about 100 more than me, maybe you probably weigh about 100, maybe or less, maybe 80. I don't know, but I just know you're taller than me, so I know you weigh more than me most likely. But let's say you weigh more and gravity's go way more down on you, and everything you're doing, climbing a stair is going to be that much harder for you than it is for me, just because I weigh less. And I noticed those changes when I gained a shit ton of weight. I noticed how hard it became to do certain things I could normally do. Like easy. easy. I felt pressure when I did them, like climbing stairs and shit. I was like, oh, it feels like pressure now when I'm climbing the stairs compared to when I was like a fucking feather and I was just running up them like, doop, 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 doop. You know, gravity is a bitch.
No, that's right. The stress on your body is the weight does cause stress on your body. And the biggest thing for me is like my last knee surgery. I had my last knee surgery. You know, I mean, we're talking about this is, 4 or 5 years ago. But after that, I was told to kind of change your diet, lose a little bit of weight because I was about 230, somewhere around there. And, I hover now around about 210, so that extra 20 pounds, it does alleviate stuff on your joints, just not being so heavy. But I know people
it does, dude. It feels great to get it off sometimes. You know,
20 pounds that's a lot of weight. Now, 20 pounds is not a lot of weight if you're 400 pounds. But let's just say that you're 230 pounds and you go to 210. That's 10% of your weight. That's a lot of weight. But I'm getting older now. So I have to kind of take better care of myself. And I've been eating.
You can't be fat and old. That's just not a possibility. It just doesn't happen. You can't do it.
My father is he was getting heavy set, and then he actually went to the doctor. He had a heart issue. He had to get a stent. You know what a stent is?
It's where they kind of widen the vein with a little thingy.
Yeah,
right.
They put it in your arm. Yep.
Yeah, they'll put it inside the vein, won't they?
Yeah, they go through your leg. They go up your leg. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's wild.
Yeah,
they go up your leg. Through your arm.
It depends wherever they got to put it. Wherever they got to put it, they'll go through to get.
And then he lost weight. He lost a lot of weight, and weight as in like 20, 30 pounds. We're not talking about 100 pounds. We're not talking about 600-pound life. We're talking, just like healthy weight. And then what happened was he started eating fatty foods again, and he gained weight again, and then he had more heart issues. So now when he went back to like a very, very, very strict diet, no fat. In other words, like 1% milk, fat-free cottage cheese. Like, in other words, cutting all the fat out of your diet. No more pork, no more fatty meats, only lean food.
Well, what's wrong with pork, though? Like, is it bad for you?
Pork is bad for you. It's not good for you, bro.
It tastes so good.
It's the best thing in the world, bro.
Especially bacon. Bacon's so good.
But it's not. It's an unclean animal. So it is what it is.
I mean, you just cook it right. It's fine. You cook it. You don't got worms in it. You're good to go, man.
The biggest thing I miss is when because we're Italians. The biggest thing I miss is when we make Sunday sauce, or we make sauce in general, and it's always pork and beef. It's always you got to have the pork for the flavor, right? So I have to substitute it now for turkey. I do turkey and beef. It's still good, but it's not as good as it was. It's just not as good as it was. The pork is the flavor. That greasy pork, bro. It gives the sauce the flavor, bro.
That must be it. Something about it. There's something with the pork. Like, it's so good. I don't get why like people soured on the pork in the Bible and stuff. I don't get what was the deal, but
the whole thing with the whole thing with like shellfish, right? So you talk about shellfish and you talk about pork, because a pig roots and eats its own excrement. I don't know if you know that.
Really?
A pig will eat its own. Yeah, a pig will eat its own poop.
Why?
And I don't know. Shellfish root on the bottom of the floor where there's a lot of feces. So that the whole paradigm is that you have to eat a clean animal. That's why you can't eat anything with a shell. I mean, and that's going back to like the Jewish law, like kosher. But yeah, if you follow the Jewish law, you cannot eat pork, you cannot eat shellfish, you can only eat, I believe, what is it? Fish with scales.
Oh, I don't know, because Jesus did, like, he kind of was like, hey, I'm a Jew or whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
the king of you guys, but also he was like, fuck you guys. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I
What
don't
do you
know if
think
he really
about?
cared.
What
I
do you
mean, I
think
don't know
about?
if he cared about eating fish or not.
No, yeah, everything's kosher, and it's funny because
Not
growing up
the fucking the sea creatures.
in New York, we had a very good family friend that was Jewish, the Orthodox, and they have 2 refrigerators. You can't keep like milk with anything else; it has to be separated. There's like 2 separate
I
refrigerators.
heard about that.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. It's like, and they're rich as hell, bro. They got money, these people, man. What do you think about? Now, let me ask you this: do you think right now we're actually in World War III? Right now?
I mean, I don't know because there's so many countries fighting right now. I feel like it's getting close. If the United States gets involved, then obviously we're gonna say it's World War III once we declare war on somebody. I think that's when it like either that or if Russia or China declares war on somebody. But besides that, I don't know. Like, there's a couple other countries that have nuclear bombs and they could easily make shit go crazy.
I'm gonna give you a little tidbit of information if you want to hear.
I'll be back. Hold on.
Go ahead. I'll wait till you come back. I'm gonna get some water. Oh boy. I never said I was 230. These fucking people are so stupid, dude. But the whole thing is that if anyone's listening, the whole thing is I live in a Navy town, and I live in one of the most influential Navy towns actually in America. So we have Oceana Naval Base, which is literally a couple miles away. And that's where all the F-18s and the F-35s fly. Mainly F-18s. It's mainly an F-18 base. F-35s come in sometimes, but it's mainly the F-18 Raptors. I'm sorry, not Raptors. F-18. I can't remember the moniker. F-22 is the Raptor. I apologize. But they're flying. Then you have Norfolk Naval Base, which is the largest naval base on the East Coast. They've been flying around constantly, training. I'm talking about night and day. I'm talking about flying 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. They're training for a reason. And then all of a sudden, all of these jets were transferred to 2 carriers, which are on the way to the Middle East right now. So if you follow what's going on, we're gearing up for war. Now, the reason why we're doing this is Iran made a big mistake. They actually bombed one of our embassies. They've taken American lives. President Trump's not going to let that go. He's not going to give them a pass. So we're going to monitor what's going on, and we're going to step in when needed to be. But I believe this with all my heart, if we get involved in this, Iran will be over in a matter of weeks. If the American military gets involved, if we launch missiles, if we launch our jets, and I'm telling you, Israel is amazing. They're amazing. And they launched 200 coordinated jets in an attack. We can launch, if we had to, thousands. And we have pulse weapons. We have kinetic weapons. We have everything that we need to shut them down. And the thing is that messing with Israel is a losing battle. I mean, I don't know why they want to mess with them. And the whole thing is that, Israel, are they Do they beat their chest? Are they not always the best? Intention-wise? Yeah, sometimes they are the bully, but they have to protect themselves. They have to always take care of their own vested interests. But I'm telling you this, Israel will never fall. They'll never fall. Israel will never be defeated. They may have people that were going to pass away, but they will always win because they have the one winning card in the deck. That's us. We will always back Israel. Always. Can you imagine anybody taking on America? Are you joking with me? Listen, you know, people talk about China. They talk about Russia. Let me tell you something. China is a paper tiger. They had a freaking aircraft carrier sink in port. Sink. Russia is so depleted from Ukraine. They don't want the smoke. They don't want any problems. They just don't. They want to exist. Russia has to sell oil at half price just to fund their war effort. China re-engineers everything that we make, and it falls apart. So the whole thing is, the whole paradigm is that they're not going to win. America is the best nation to ever be created. We will never be defeated. Trust me, I work in a military town. I was a contractor for many years. Okay. We have things, we have weapon systems. Okay. We have weapon systems that look like something from, you know, a sci-fi movie. That's the kind of weapon systems that we actually have. Anything you see on the surface.
I'm back. Sorry.
You're good. Anything you see on the surface, we're talking about weapon systems. Anything you see on the surface, anything America shows you on the surface, there's 10 times more stuff that you don't see.
Oh, we're talking nuclear war, right? That's why I was thinking. So, like, the whole thing with Israel and Iran right now, right? They're the new ones popping off. Israel attacked Iran, and Iran responded. And now Israel's just like, hey, we're going to decapitate you completely.
That's it. We're done. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and the United States seems to be on side with Israel again. Which is like, hey, I mean, they're part of the agreement, I think. So, I mean, you kind of got it.
Banana, there's two aircraft carriers on the way right now from Norfolk Naval to the Middle East.
A lot of things here have been fueling up and taking off. A lot of
the most advanced aircraft carriers in the world that world's ever seen. Iran, F around and find out. That's it.
The thing is, like, why though? Like we don't need that because the thing is, they're not. Iran hasn't did anything though. Iran didn't do anything. What did they? What did Iran do?
The whole thing is the whole proxy war. So the whole October 7th, that was backed by Iran. It was, you know, they say Palestine, but they were funded by Iran, and that was already proven. So they backed
that part of the beef.
Yeah,
they're saying they're trying to say it's currently because Iran might get nuclear weapons, but that seems like
not anymore.
That seems like a well, not anymore. No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not since last week. Not since last week. No, not anymore. They're not gonna anymore. No.
That ship has sailed, sir. That ship has sailed. This is what's going to happen. So I don't know if you've ever been on an aircraft carrier or been next to one. I've been on them. I've been next to them. They are literally floating cities.
I don't.
They are
heights. I don't do it.
They are the size of them. The weapon systems. To send 2 carriers, which it's not going to be. It's going to be 2 carriers, probably 2 frigates, 2 destroyers, and a couple subs will be with them. It's going to be a whole conglomerate.
Were we talking about politics? I don't remember talking politics.
Sure, no problem. So what's going to happen is we're sending the we're sending we're sending military might to that area
Mhm.
to calm everything, to stop, chill. Let's just drop it. Let's stop the fighting. That's
when
what.
Iran attacked Israel, we actually had our jets up there shooting missiles out of the air to block the missiles from hitting Israel. We
Have you
shot
ever
down
seen?
some of the Iran missiles our country did.
I know you're in Arizona. I know there's bases out there. Have you ever seen fighter jets?
I'm
Have
right
you?
next to one, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's Luke Air Force Base where we have the fighter
Yeah.
jets. Where I'm next to one where we have a lot of trucks and helicopters, like
Yeah.
Black Hawk type helicopters.
Sure.
Like there's 3 of them that travel from base to base, and they travel in unison together. And I always see them because there's this mountain here, and I forget what, I don't know if it's called Camelback Mountain, but it's around Camelback. But they like fly around it every time they land. They'll fly around it and then they'll land at the base. And it's kind of this
Sure.
cool thing they do, because every time I see them flying over, I'm like, oh shit. Because then I look at the mountain, and sure enough, every time they fly around the mountain and they can come in and go at the base.
I really do miss. I miss seeing the A-10 Warthogs. It comes up, it has that big gun on the front. If you look up A-10 Warthog,
I think I've seen them in like movies and shows and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
like
unbelievable.
documentaries. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But being in Virginia Beach, there's so much military. Like you go, I'll give you an example. I'll go up to Chipotle, right? I'll go into Chipotle, and there'll be 20 people in uniform in there. Like that's how much military. I'm just saying that's how much the presence is.
They all go to lunch at the same time, though.
That's it. You go to Food Lion, But I'm saying is that every time
I go places and there's like 15 cops in there, and I'm pissed. I'm like, fuck, that's awkward. I wonder if they know I'm high.
Could be. Joe,
like,
have you noticed? Have you noticed one thing? Cops love Chick-fil-A. Have you noticed that? They love Chick-fil-A.
In Arizona, everybody loves Chick-fil-A.
No, dude.
In Arizona, though, everybody everybody. I don't even eat Chick-fil-A anymore, just because so many people go there that I just won't deal with the lines, and it's crazy. Chick-fil-A, and there's another one. There's another one here. What's the other one? Raising Cane's. Do you have a Raising Cane's? Dude,
I've never had it. I heard it's amazing.
They fucking go nuts, bro. White people go nuts for this shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the lines will be out into the main street.
I go in. So my son, when he was younger, he loves Chick-fil-A, right?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, Dad, get me a 6-piece, and the ranch dressing and the fries, the waffle fries. I go into the Chick-fil-A, and there's like 10 cops in there. I'm like, the fuck? What the hell's going on? And then I go back.
I'm at Reservoir Dogs again. They'd be like,
I go back
on me.
I go back later in the day. There's like 5 or 6 cops. I'm like, why do cops love Chick-fil-A? Like, what's going on?
Fucking cops and Mormons love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. I think what I actually think I've never talked to my friends about this, but I think they get like a discount. They get like a half off or something like that. They probably get like a half off or something. Yo, check this out. Banana, yeah, right? So much fun. Banana, when I worked for the city, if you went into any 7-Eleven, you got a free coffee and a donut.
Same thing with cops here in Arizona. Any corner store, cops hanging around is good business. They're hey, you want a donut?
Free coffee and a donut.
Coffee and a donut, a little coffee, a little donut. You
just
hang out for a minute, just take off and go do your thing. But your presence makes a difference, though.
No doubt, dude. Imagine a 6'3", 240-pound cop hanging out in your store. I mean, you're gonna feel safe.
You just need a badge, bro. Like if I'm drinking and I see a cop that big, I'd be like, I bet I could fuck him up. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, insecure enough to want to fight a
Yeah.
cop. That comes
Yeah.
out when I'm super drunk.
I
I'll
only
be like,
had-
yeah, I'm insecure enough to try to fight you.
I only ever had one problem. I had one problem where I had to actually go hands on. Like, in other words, like punch people. And it was the guy was
Legendary.
highly intoxicated. And
Mhm.
for some reason, I don't know why, he wanted to fight someone much bigger than him.
Mhm.
I don't know why. But it was
I
handled.
would. I
And
would.
no, he didn't pass away. He didn't get shot.
There's a thing
got
about
beat.
not being a pussy,
Yeah.
bro. Like there's
He
a thing
got
about
he got
not
beat
being a
up.
pussy.
Yeah. And check
You
this
know?
out. Check this out. I'm 24 at the time, so I'm in my prime. Like like, are you joking? This guy was like in his 50s. It's like, are you joking with me, bro? Like, what are you doing? So what I did was, I think I told you the story. So he's swinging. It was at the social services building off of Granby Street, right? So you get in a line and you go to the Union Mission, right? It's homeless people, and a lot of them are derelicts and they're drug addicts.
Mhm.
So he was past the 50 mark, so he could not get into the shelter that night. So I was like, "Hey, man, listen,
What's
sir,
the 50 mark? What's that?
you know,
What's that?
only 50 people a night can get into the mission.
Oh,
Like, there's a certain amount of beds, right?"
I got you.
He goes, nah, man, I'm getting in. I'm like, no, sir, and I'm saying, I'm being nice, man. No. And he swings on me, and it was not winter, but it was like in fall. So he had a coat on, right? He had a coat on. Now I always had short sleeves, so I didn't have a coat. And he swings at me. So all I did was I pulled his coat over his head. I pulled his coat over. No, it's not bullshit. I'm telling you a true story. I'm not lying about anything.
Somebody in the
No,
comments.
someone said in chat.
I was looking at the butt earlier when I looked at this.
All
I was looking at the butt.
All I did was I pulled his coat over his head. It's all I did. And I just gave him a shot. That was it.
Yeah.
That's all it took. That's all it took.
The good elbow to the
Just gave him a
head.
shot. That's it.
That's all you gotta do. Something.
And
like, hey, let's hold hands and
it is what it is. And that's what happened. That is a true story that actually did happen. That did happen. Now, I felt so bad for the guy, right? So after we drug him outside, because I had a partner, we drug him outside.
Mm-hmm.
I let him go.
Or were you gonna take him home with you that night?
No, I just let him go. I said, just get out of here. Just get out of here.
Because
you hit him. I
I
felt bad for him.
Oh, of course.
I felt bad for him.
I mean, if you called the cops, you'd probably go to jail for hitting him, right?
Bro, I wasn't a cop, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was a conservative of the peace.
Well,
I was a sworn officer. Yeah. I was in uniform. Yeah.
Then why would you let him go then? That's crazy.
Because I knew that he didn't know what he was doing.
Wow.
He didn't know what he was doing.
That's crazy.
And I let him go. He left.
I would have admonished you so hard.
No. He was gone. That was it. And I didn't give him any money or anything like that. But we would do this. We would work security after hours for like 7-Elevens, usually in Norfolk, Virginia, like off of Ballantyne, off of Granby Street. We worked 7-Elevens. And at the end of the night, they would throw away hot dogs. They would just like the hot dogs they didn't sell. Mm-hmm. So we would take them and we put them in a bag and we would go to the shelter and give them to the homeless people.
That's cool.
That's true. I swear to God. We would give the thrown away food. They didn't throw it in the trash. I'm saying they were going to throw it away. But we would take it and we would give it away.
At bread factories, if the bread comes out a little like not the shape it's supposed to, they throw it away, even though it's perfectly good bread, all that shit. Like anything. Like there's a lot of very good bread they throw away and they just won't give it to food shelters because they're afraid if the food shelter people get sick, they could get sued or be held liable.
Scratch and dent. It's like scratch and dent. Yeah, it's like scratch and dent appliances. Yeah. I would absolutely love for you if you want to look into this. Look into donating your time to the Catholic Church. Just look into it, because like the food banks and giving back, because I'm telling you, get so much joy out of helping people.
I feel like Catholic Church is a little bit satanic, honestly. And
that's a lot
honestly, you hanging out at two satanic channels doesn't really help my perception of Catholic Church.
But don't people that are good-hearted try to influence people to change?
I mean,
you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
I don't know. They might if they choose to. Yeah, they might if they choose to. Hey, Sunrise.
You know, I take what I do is I take people under my wing sometimes, and you see me on other channels where I try to I carry the channel. Not you, because you're a great conversationalist, but I will carry conversations. I'll pivot into something else.
Oh yeah, I was
only there to.
You held it down. You know, you do a good job at that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I try to help people, but the thing is that if I feel disrespected from somebody, then I'm going to step away. I don't wish them any ill will, Banana. I've grown from that. Like, I used to always attack people. I'll get you back, mother effer. Now, just walk away. Just walk away. So take my advice, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, there's like battles that you don't need to even be having right now. And we've been through it. That's the thing too, is like a lot of us have been here a long time and we've been through it. So when we do like hey, you should just walk away from things, like arguably you should just take that advice and at least not just brush it off right away. Just at least consider it, you know, because we have been here for a long time already. I certainly have. I've been here for about 6 years was when I started posting. Arguably before that, I deleted my first ones. I deleted the first streams.
Yeah. I'm half of that. I'm 3 years. So I'm 3 years.
Like that's not that I've been here for a while. Yeah. And the place I came from was harsh.
Yeah. Yeah. But my first year and a half, I didn't really know what I was doing. And I would get emotional and I would get too invested, you know. But what I'm trying to say is, Banana, I say this on other panels, you get battle tested. In other words, you learn how to rap battle. You learn how to be battle tested. You learn how to roll with the punches. Now, do I still get experience? Yeah. I snapped on somebody today. Earlier.
Yeah? Who was it?
I lost. It was MBG or something like that.
I don't know. Was that like an Catharsis? I saw you were there today.
No. Yeah. That was on that on CTs. It was on CTs.
Oh shit! I gotta start watching that probably. I gotta check for the.
Oh, Mikey. You gotta see. Yo.
I would just scrub through it until I saw Mikey up there, and then I would watch it. You know. Besides that, I don't really want to watch CT.
I rock people, drag them up and down. But the thing is that he said, this is what he said. This is what this guy MB something said. He's a black fat atheist. He was in prison for a long time, but he made this comment, and this is why I lost my mind. He goes, "I respect the Muslims because they took down them Twin Towers."
Wow, that's
I lost it, bro. I have a family member, an actual family member that passed away in 9/11. I have an actual family member. Okay, I lost it. I cannot believe someone would say that. And then he was lambasted for it. But it was just like, yo, how can you? That's justified? What are you talking about?
It doesn't have to be justified. It just has to be funny, at least to him. That's all that matters.
And and then you know me. I'll come at someone like a pit bull, and then CT put me backstage because he knew I was gonna explode. I was gonna explode on this guy, kill him. I was gonna rip this guy apart.
Man, that's crazy, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
like it's funny just because it's
He
so
said, dude, he said, I respect Muslims because they took the towers down. How? Yo, almost
dark. That's
3,000
dark.
people died.
That's dark, right? Ain't that dark?
No,
You
no,
think
that's beyond dark.
he's trying to get a rise out of you, which is what a troll would do.
No, he
and
wasn't. But he wasn't talking. He wasn't talking to me. He was making a blanket statement. He wasn't talking to me at the time. He was just making a blanket statement to the
How
panel.
many people do you think he got a rise out of? Thousands that were watching. Probably
Yo, the
were
entire chat, the entire chat went after him. The whole chat was like, "You piece of crap." So this is what I did. I took that clip and I sent it to the 9/11 Memorial Fund. So MB, whatever your name is,
there you go.
Yeah. Enjoy and yeah. So MB, whatever you are,
you fame.
Yeah,
right?
enjoy thousands of people in your channel.
Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I felt
seriously,
bad.
like yo.
So, like, did you see the video? Let me show you the video I recorded today. Like at the Chipotle thing. Did I show you that, or did you see it at all?
I watched it.
Okay.
The DoorDash guy.
Yeah, the guy gets kicked out and he's like, "Get out of here, walk," or whatever, right? Dude, so like I recorded that and I was recording the ground because at first I was like, oh, they got a little bit of beef, they're arguing or whatever. But I didn't think it was gonna turn physical. And once I heard the bag crumpling, I turned my camera up because it's like, oh, he's getting ready to do something. As I turned my camera up and then you see him throw the bag at the other guy, like he crumpled it up even more and threw it at him. It's like, fuck.
Did you see the guy? Did you see the guy in Virginia? That where he was harassing the DoorDash guy and the DoorDash guy shot him in the mall. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, that's funny. That DoorDash guy, you could tell something was up with him. He had some Asperger's or something. You could tell. But
he didn't. But yo, check this out.
Quick. He shot him pretty quick, honestly.
But the YouTuber is such an a-hole. The DA didn't even charge the guy who shot him. He got no charges.
The YouTuber apologized and everything for being a prick.
No.
He did.
He's a jerk off.
He ended up apologizing afterwards, even though he got shot. He kind of was like,
but the thing is that
I kind of did this thing, but he didn't really like in a way he should be forgiven. He apologized a half-assed like, whatever. But still, it was funny.
And he's a big kid. He's probably like 6'4", 6'5". He's a big kid. And this guy was much smaller, so he felt
the skinny guy he was messing with.
But he
skinny,
he shot him. Yo, he capped him. Oh my goodness! I'm just saying that people have to understand one thing.
He warned them, though. He warned them before.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Get away from me. Don't do it. Get away from me. Kind of get your hands off me type. But honestly, in my opinion, and arguably, I feel like the judge would have thought that, but that wasn't the case. I thought he would have gotten in trouble for just so quickly popping the guy. He's lucky.
Well, this is the big thing. So
die.
So hear me out. This is the big thing. The big thing in law, because I worked for some years in that genre. The big thing is what a judge looks at is criminal intent. So if this guy was retreating away, because this little guy was retreating away, like he was trying to get away from the guy, saying, "Get away from me." And he did react because he felt like he was in danger for his life, then it's justified.
That guy was doing that on purpose, too. He was doing that on purpose. He wanted him to go in danger. He was trying to troll him or something in real life, and that shit don't play in real life. You could be a real life troll, but there's real life consequences sometimes.
And it's crazy because, and then his parents, the kid that got capped, his parents are like, "He's a good boy. No, he's not. He's a scumbag. He's been harassing people for years online. He's a scumbag." So yeah, I mean, I would have did the same thing.
He did a few videos.
Yeah, he had a history. The judge looked at the history of his behavior, and that's when the judge was like, "We're not going to press charges." The guy did go to jail, but he was released with no charges. That's it. So he's clean as ivory snow. You know, and that's the thing is like people can be charged with a crime. People can be charged with a crime, and then once the judge or the DA looks at everything, looks at all the parameters of it, they can drop the charges or expunge your record. That happens every single day. It's all about criminal.
You got to be charged guilty to get something expunged first.
Yes, yeah, but you appeal it. You go to the appeal court.
Yeah,
you go to the appeal court, and then they expunge it. Yeah.
That's afterwards. So you got to usually do probation or a class or something.
Probation. Probation. That's it. Just probation.
Trying to do something to not do the same thing again.
You go in. You're falsely accused of something, or the charges don't match what happened, and then they give you a first offender's plea. You plead guilty. You have a couple years of probation. Then you appeal it in the appellate court. Then they expunge it. It's all a process. That's all it is. It's all a process. But it has to be non-violent. There can't be any victims. No one can be hurt. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just a non-violent first offender crime. That's all.
I spit in this cop's eye, and I'm gonna try to get it knocked down. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Everything happens.
He says I spit in his eye, but I think I was just yelling.
Is this recently?
No, it was a long time ago, like years ago.
Yeah.
I already did probation shit for it. And then got off probation and everything. It was a long time ago. Well, not a long time, but like 4 years ago, maybe now. Maybe 3 or 4.
We had someone spit on us one time. There was a spitter. So now, like, there was spitters, and they have spit masks. But back then, we're talking about 26 years ago. Banana, think about this. I wore a badge 26 years ago. No body cams, no tasers. You had 2 pairs of handcuffs. You had your gun, you had your mace, and you had your baton. And that's it. It's all you had. There was no body cams. And there was no spit mask or anything like that.
To die,
Yeah. So somebody spit on us. They were spitting like crazy. So what do? Luckily, don't shoot them. Luckily, we were so stupid. We had one of our jackets were in the back of the car, so we just wrapped it around his head. Just wrapped it around his head because he, Did an elbow hit his head? I don't know if an elbow hit his head or not. I don't know. But all I know is he stopped spitting. That's all I can tell. That's all I can tell you. He stopped spitting. But we had to wrap his head in a what do you call those what are they called? Not Kevlar. But you ever see like the you ever see like the No.
You don't need Kevlar on his head if you're not trying to shoot him in the head.
I've pulled my gun many times, but I've never had to use it. I've never actually had to use it. I think
Kevlar is what they make the bulletproof vest out of.
It was great. Dude, when we first came on, we carried the Smith & Wesson, the 5906, and then we switched over to the Glock. And it was the Glock.
What kind of gun like what caliber of bullet was it?
9mm.
The Smith & Wesson?
Yeah. And then the Glock.
Both of them are 9mm?
Yeah, both 9s. And the Glock they gave you, you could choose, and it depends on, and people always make fun when I say this, it depends on how your height and your hand size is. So a lot of shorter people will carry the Glock 19. I carry a Glock 17, which is the larger frame.
The smallest gun I could, honestly.
I carry the larger frame. And then
why?
Right towards the
smallest gun you could.
Why would you want to carry a small gun? Like if it doesn't fit your hand, like when you're shooting, you want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
If it's a little tiny gun. No.
Well, I mean, I would take the smallest gun that fits my hand. I wouldn't want like a little prostitute gun, you know, like
Sure.
a little.
The smallest gun they would issue would be a Glock 26. That was the smallest gun that Norfolk would issue, and it's a very small concealable gun. But you didn't carry it usually in a holster. You carried it like undercover, like the little Glock 26, which is a 9mm. But my favorite gun was the 17. The Glock 17 to me was the best gun there was. You got 18 rounds, 17 and one in the chamber of 9mm hollow points. Yo, that gun is unmatched, bro. And then towards the end, they switch it to the Glock 22, which is a 40 caliber bullet. And that's a very strong bullet. It's strong, but the 9mm, man, if you can shoot and you're carrying hollow points, you don't need anything else. And then we didn't carry long guns. In other words, the AR-15s at the time, it was a Mossberg shotgun. It was a shotgun. You had a shotgun in the car.
I saw the cops here a long time ago, like maybe like 5 years ago or 6 years ago now. It was a long time ago. This guy got shot outside the place where I live, and he got shot, and the police showed up and they pulled out these guns, but it was an assault rifle, but it was like a fold one, like it was half folded, like so the back half came out. Sure. But it was like a assault rifle style, but it almost looked like it would probably be popping 9mm at you. Like, but they came out with it and they were like, you know, aiming people down and shit. Like they were about to like, you know, some shit. Like they had something like it looked like they were like something ready to go that was an assault style weapon where they could be like pop, 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 as fast as your finger could shoot, basically.
With a bump stock.
It didn't look like an AR-15 though. This looked like a folded 9mm style weapon.
Yeah,
it didn't. Look
it
like
it was an MP. It was most likely it was an MP5, a 9mm MP5. It had a curved. It had a curved magazine.
No,
was it curved?
No, it was just a little. It was just a little gun. Like it was just a weird little gun they put out. It had a little stock on it, and it had a folded out thing. So it had a that was the craziest thing. So it was like a gun. It looked like the size of almost a handgun, right? But when they folded it out, the whole back half was stock. It was just like that exoskeleton frame, and they aimed it down like that. So it was like, hey. You took like whatever was like a handgun style thing or something, put a big old thing on it, and you know, like you made like yourself a makeshift AR-15 kind of weapon. But whatever it was, it looked like it was probably firing 9mm, honestly.
If it was compact and it had a detachable stock, or a foldable stock, most likely it was an MP5, which is a 9mm.
I don't think
semi-automatic or automatic firearm. It could.
I know what an MP5, but I just don't think that was what that was. Like, I don't know what this was. I feel like this was like you know those cars? What are those cars that are semi cars, but they're like a truck? What are those called? What's it called? It's a car, but it's a car, but it has a truck bed at the back, like like
a Honda Passport.
No. It's a car, but it has a bed truck. It's a car.
El Camino.
Yes, like one of those things, right? Like yes, it's like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I lost it. It's like an El Camino. Damn it. See,
the craziest thing is you have to go to the range. You have to go to the range 2 times a year. And I always shot perfectly with a firearm, but I always had a problem with the shotgun. The shotgun is wild. It moves. It shifts. You got to use the right ammo. I know. Yeah. And then when they switched over to like the AR-15, dude, it's so smooth. It's like it's like silk.
Yeah.
It's like silk.
Yeah.
It's like silk.
Yeah. It's like a little boop.
But the shotgun is raw.
Like
Yeah, so John Stone, I don't abuse my, I don't, yeah.
Spot within the
Yeah,
inches.
I don't abuse my mom, bro. I don't abuse my mom. Yeah, I'm not gonna hang. I don't want to deal with those kinds of questions.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I thought
I don't abuse my.
highlighted. I meant to highlight El Camino.
That's all good. But
I
so
thought
but
I
the
highlighted
shotgun.
El
But
Camino.
if you hit,
It used to have
if
a
you
red
hit somebody,
shotgun. It used to have a red.
yeah, I know. No, it's all right. I don't abuse it. I don't abuse it. But if somebody hits you center mass with a 12 gauge slug, your chest is gone.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing a whole chunk
goodbye.
of your body.
Goodbye.
Yeah. That's not
like
so,
Tupac.
That's what I was saying. There's the difference between birdshot and like a buckshot, right? Like
yeah. So when you shoot, right? So when you're trained to shoot, okay. Now you know the term double tap, right? You know the term double tap?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're trained to shoot in military or in law enforcement, it's always 2 shots. It's never one. It's not and it's boom, 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 boom. It's always 2. It's always a double tap. And then if
boom,
you're
boom, that's what
boom,
you do.
boom,
Boom,
boom, boom. It's always 2. 1, 2,
I
1, 2,
only do
1,
in
2.
the head. I do 2 in the chest, 1 in the head.
And it's always center mass. You're always told to go center mass. Don't go up here. Don't go try to the head because you can miss and you might shoot somebody back over here. In other words, you're told to always get center mass. Get the target.
That's why I'm saying 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. So when you go for the head, you don't want to be
but the movies are like, punk, and they go, and it goes right in the forehead. That doesn't happen. That does not happen in real life. It's always.
I mean, it could, but it usually doesn't. Yeah, usually if you're trained in any kind of uniform, you usually go center mass. Any uniform.
Center mass.
Because you're aiming to shoot them. That's your whole goal is to shoot the person. When you pull out the gun, your whole goal is to shoot the person. And if your whole goal is to shoot the person, you aim center mass. Like if your whole goal is to kill the person, even then you probably just shoot them first and then try to kill them at some point.
We'd go to the range. We would go to the range and we would double tap with a 40 cal. Bro, the hole was like this. It's fucking crazy. Like the power of those rounds is unbelievable. And then when you train with a shotgun and you hit it with the slug, the freaking thing falls off of the rafters. That's how powerful those guns are.
Dang.
But when you shoot like an AR-15, it's very smooth. You know, so it's a different amount of
they go
kinetic energy.
They go a lot faster.
Yeah.
Like way faster.
Yeah. I love it. It's great. I gotta go shooting again soon.
I don't know if I want to get guns or anything, honestly, in the future. I'm trying to avoid guns if I can. But, I mean, eventually, I probably will get guns again when I can.
Yeah. Back in the day, you could buy a gun for a couple $100. $250. You could buy a nice 38. I could
easily go to a pawn shop and buy a gun for $250 right now. I could easily do that.
I know, but the problem is this. This is the problem. So, Banana, if you're gonna buy a gun, buy a new gun. I'll tell you what.
I'm just gonna buy a gun if I buy a gun. This is gonna be like, hey,
let me tell you what. When you buy a gun from a pawn shop, it's usually worn and torn. The firing pin is almost fallen off. It's got so much wear on the grips. I'm just saying. If you want to buy a
new firing pin, once I get the gun I like, that's all that matters.
You have to take it to an armor will install a new fire. It's all right.
Why?
Let's just say let's say you buy a gun. Hypothetically.
Mike, I can take the gun apart myself. Mike, I can do that.
No, you can't replace the firing pin. You can't replace the firing pin.
Why not?
The firing pin is internal. You have to have a gunsmith do that. What I'm trying to say is I bought a gun. Hear me out. I bought a gun one time. I bought a used gun. And then I bought a used Smith & Wesson. And it was a gorgeous gun. Okay. But the firing pin was bad. I spent like 300 and something bucks on it. It cost me $200 in repairs to fix the gun.
Why didn't you just take the gun apart yourself and fix it yourself?
Because I'm not a gunsmith. I can't replace the firing pin. The firing pin is not like you pop it.
I'm not a mechanic, but when my brakes go bad on my car, I sure as hell take the wheels off. I get a bunch of wrenches and ratchets, and I start doing screws.
It's different.
I take the brake caliper off. I take the brake pads out. You know, I gotta fucking do the fucking brake line thing. Like there's a lot I'm willing to do, and I'm just saying if I had a problem, I could fix the gun just because I'm the person that would do that.
I don't like. Let me tell you something. If you unraveled some grips and put some new grips on, yeah, of course. If you want to clean your gun, great. Replacing the firing pin, if you don't do it correctly through an armorer, the gun can blow up in your face. It can explode in your face.
That arguably is something that would happen after I change the pin. There's a 50% chance it would blow up in my face for sure. I'm willing to take that risk though, because I'm an asshole.
I'm not. I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay $100 more and not die.
You ain't die, bro. You ain't gonna die if a fucking bullet blows up near you. It's not gonna shoot you in the head. It's gonna go forward still. If anything, it's just gonna go sideways. It's not gonna go into your head. You're not gonna be like that guy that like fucking lost an eye in the Christmas movie.
Yeah, no doubt.
With the BB gun, he blasts himself with the BB gun.
Yo, they actually have automatic pellet rifles. Did you see those?
Bro, I want to get an airsoft gun. I want to get a paintball gun. I want pellet rifles. I want all these things just because they're so much fun to just target practice. But the paintball guns, I want to, if we can one day, all of us beat up one day in paintball gun war, that would be so much fun. That would be the funnest thing we could do and prove who's the best with handheld weapons, even though they're just paintball guns. It would still prove something, right? Yeah. That we're the best at the handheld weapons.
Well, these aren't paintball guns or airsoft. These are actual pellet rifles. But
those are like BBs,
fully automatic. So you can fire like 50 of them automatically, bro. You will K-word somebody. You will K-word somebody with this thing.
Bro,
this is a lethal thing.
These are things like, so I told my girlfriend because she wants to go up north, and up north in Arizona, we have bears, right? So I was like, hey, if we go up there, I'm going to have to at least get like a BB gun or a pellet gun. And like you get a CO2 cartridge, and that's what really makes it automatic is the CO2 cartridge because it's airflow feeding the bullets out, compressed air. So it's like just constant, as quick as it can reload, is firing it out with the air. So I mean, like, those pellets, they do damage because they're pointy and they hurt. Like, and like they'll break the skin. They'll go in the skin. They'll go into your body. So at least you get them firing 100 of them. Like that's why I was saying, like, bro, if we run into a bear, I'm gonna be like, run, like like that was my plan.
Yeah. I will never show this video online. My son sent me a video a while back where they were camping, and this is not bullshit. I'm telling you straight up. And there's mountain lions. Up in the hills, up in the Appalachian, and there was a mountain lion coming really close to their camp, and they had to. They didn't shoot it, but they were shooting at it, and this thing didn't even care. It was like there's like bullets flying past us, and they're like it's like the thing is crazy.
It was hungry,
it was
bro.
Wild, bro.
It was hungry. It's like, bro, I'm starving. Why are you guys shooting at me? I'm so hungry.
Then it turned around and walked off. But my
Yeah.
son's like, my son said, he goes, Dad, he said, Dad, the thing was beautiful. Like to see this animal is
I would have
beautiful.
shot it. Even though it was walking away, I would have still shot it.
Yeah, but he's like, yo, if it came any closer, I was going to shoot it. You know?
I would definitely would have kept shooting at it. Like,
so when you go camping, always carry firearms. Always, because you never know what you're going to encounter.
At the very least, your knives, right? Just carry your knives at the very least. At least 2 knives, because that way you have one in each hand. So when you're blocking, you can also be stabbing. You can block and stab at the same time when you have 2 knives, which is amazing if you're a person that's good with knives. Like, so, like, I know, like, a lot of people fancy themselves really good with, like, guns and, like, but, like, hand-to-hand combat, like, I love knives. Like,
well, I'm not looking to fight a mountain lion, but I just remember my son saying,
you get 2 knives in your hands, you could fight almost anything.
I remember my son saying, he said, Dad, the animal was so beautiful. Like to see that, like in the wild. You're not in the zoo.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen
it's so
lions,
beautiful. You know, he goes, I didn't want to have to shoot it, but the thing just kept coming closer and closer. But so I'm glad that the animal
it got away. Yeah.
He was pow pow pow. It was him, his girlfriend, and another guy, and they pow pow pow. And the thing finally stopped, turned around, and just walked off. Like it was like no big deal. Like it was the weirdest thing ever. But he's like, man,
it probably just hungry. It probably didn't want to attack them.
No doubt. And then they moved camp.
You got some bones,
bro? They moved camp. So
really,
but thank God.
I would have honestly, like, if that thing came near me, I would have killed it just for approaching a human, because I would have thought of the humans in the future. I would have been like, this thing just approached the human. Let's make an example out of this motherfucker. But that's just
the thing is,
Mike, I'm gonna grab a beer from the fridge. I'll be back in like 45 seconds. Okay.
Sure, no problem.
Okay,
no problem.
All right.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Like we go to the zoo, right? We'll go to the zoo, and we'll see domesticated animals, and they're still wild animals. So they're still, they could snap on you. But when you see an animal in its raw state, it's majestic, it's beautiful. I remember the first time we were in the Poconos, and I believe I was 12 or 13, and we would rent a house for a week. It was like a timeshare back then, and I remember opening up the sliding glass, not the door, but like the shade by the door, and there's a bear in the backyard, and I'm like 12 years old. I'm like, holy shit! I'm from New York City. I've never seen a bear in my life. I've never seen this animal. And because the trash cans were in the backyard, he was looking for food. He was in the trash cans. But this animal was so big, I couldn't believe what I was looking.
I'd be terrified if I ever saw a bear in real life, like besides like in a cage. Like I've seen them at zoos, and I've been to Arizona, but that was like I was in my car and they were far away, and there was like these electrical things on the ground that kept them from away from us. And
you got the charges.
The charging thingies. So I mean, dude, if I don't know, bears in the wild. That's why I mean, like, I'd need a gun just to feel safe. Like, I would not feel safe in the wild without any kind of, like, even at the very least, like we were saying, a pellet gun, because that could do dead people damage. You could kill an animal with a pellet gun easy. You just shoot in the eye socket.
Oh no, you can hunt. You can hunt with air rifles. You can hunt.
But those
small game.
Small, like squirrels and fucking birds and shit.
Well, no, you could squirrels, rabbits, even coyotes if you get them in the head.
I feel so bad trying to hunt a coyote with a fucking pellet.
Yeah. But the thing is that it has to be a high caliber. So there are pellet rifles. There are 22 caliber and 25 caliber. So in other words, They're like a small caliber firearm, but they are air. There's
the
no
FPS on
bullet,
those fucking
but it's
crazy.
air based. Yeah, but it can take you out. Now we did a lot of
I've
hunting
seen them with scopes on
a
them,
couple
bro.
of
They
years
put
ago.
big old scopes on them now. At Walmart,
I have one.
They got
I
them at
have one.
Walmart with big old scopes on them.
Oh yeah, we had a problem. We have a deck. We had a deck, and we had a lot of problems with rats. Rats would go under the deck. They'd go under, and they'd live under the deck, and they'd come up, and I'd be like, and then just drop them. You know, and it's funny because then you would
blast them, and they're all like
if you pop, yeah, they're like
that's better. That's better.
And you'd pop them, right?
Videos where they get stuck on those sticky traps, and I feel so bad. Like when they're getting stuck, and they're all like,
I know.
They're all like, and then another
But
one.
check this out, right?
Like an asshole and gets stuck. They're like, "Fuck you! I'm jumping over
Check
you."
this
and
out.
They get stuck.
So we have something called Cooper hawks. It's a hawk. It's a Virginia hawk. It's a Cooper hawk, right? And they sit in the tree, and they would wait for one of the rats to come out, and they would swoop in, and they would grab it, right? And they also do that to fish too. So when a rat would pass on, I would leave it, and the hawk would come and get it. So in other words, it was like, it was the circle of life. Like the hawk would come in.
I went camping.
Yeah, he'd
once
grab it and fly away.
Seen a hawk dive in and catch a fish.
Yeah,
I seen it go. I think it was a hawk. It was some kind of bird. I think it was a hawk because I specifically remember there was like 3 hawks. There was like 3 hawks, and they were fighting an eagle. We had a bald eagle because we were up north. It was a literal there was literal bald eagles. I saw a dead bald eagle up close.
Yeah.
Because I wandered away from the group, and I walked around this little area we were at because it was like a pond, like a lake, but it was like the size of a park, so it was like a big pond, whatever. Anyway, I walked around it. Nobody knew. I just abandoned my whole class, decided I was gonna walk around the whole pond. I walked around it. I had to march through a bunch of mushy stuff because there was a part that wasn't pond anymore. It was just like swampland. And I had to march through it to get to the other side. And that's where I saw squirrels. There were squirrels in the trees, and they were jumping across like back and forth over me, like in the trees, because I guess I freaked them out. They were like, "Oh, there's never humans over here," so they were all like, "Pew pew pew," jumping from tree to tree. And then I saw a dead American, like the big bald eagle thing, but it was a big dead one. And I was like, "Oh, poor thing." It was sad. But besides that, I ended up going back to the rest of the class. I almost got bit by a dog, but he was on a leash or a big chain. So I didn't almost get bit by a dog, but I thought I was going to get bit by a dog. So that was the thing that happened. I pulled out my little knife lighter I had. I had a knife that was a little thing. You could push a lighter. It had a button, and you push it. It was a switchblade, but it also had a thing that you could push it and it turned to a lighter. I don't know why I had that as a kid, but I had it.
We have bald eagles here. It was about a month ago, and there was a bald eagle flying overhead, and they're beautiful. They're so beautiful to see a bald eagle. Just a beautiful bird. Oh, they're vicious, bro. Their talons. Their talons. Yo,
those things look.
Yo, bro. Yeah,
I seen them up close. Like the dude was dead. I just kind of looked at him for a while, and I was like, "Oh my god, he looks scary. Hope he died of old age or something."
It's like having 10 sharp knives in your hand. It's wild, and people don't realize. Anybody listening, people don't realize how big these birds are. So when we see a bird, like a hawk or an eagle, we think these birds are like this big, right? These things are like, yo, they're like half the size of you.
Like 2
and their wingspans,
like
bro.
2.5 feet tall, easy. 2.5 feet tall, like maybe like the size of a flying turkey that you'd buy at Walmart. Like they're big, and they're cocky about it too. Like they're not even shy about it. And then that's not even like you ask the ravens. The ravens are in numbers, and they're bulky. they're bulky enough. They're like they're
Yo.
way bigger than pigeons.
Yo, check
they're like
this out.
3 times as big as pigeons.
Check this out. I was in Norfolk, right? I'm in Norfolk, and I'm in a customer's driveway, and I see a pigeon. Right? And all I see is a bunch of feathers go like this.
Damn,
A freaking hawk. A hawk came down and grabbed a pigeon.
Yep, that's what they do. You just see the feathers go.
That's it.
Imagine though, at the speed they grab you and those claws dig in, they rip, they hurt, they kill, like they kill the prey. I've seen one where a bird flies by and it will just grab at the prey's neck and then it'll fly by, rip the prey's neck, and then it'll come back and get it. And there's a bird,
it's wild, man. Yo, you gotta see. Yo, I live between 2 lakes, 2 large lakes. Okay. You got to see the hawks. They come in and they dive, they kamikaze dive, and they'll go into the water and they'll come out with a fish. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. How they can figure this out?
Crane things too, like those big old crane things that like flaps around with the big
the herons.
I see one of those. It was running on the water, flapping. It was trying to fly or something, but it couldn't. It was pretty funny to see. It was weird. We got the herons. We got the herons here. The herons, the big tall birds, they look like pelicans with the big mouth. Is that what those are?
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
And they'll stand.
Some kind of swan monster. It was like a.
They'll stand in the water.
Sorry.
They'll stand in the water completely still for hours, and a fish comes by.
Damn.
They just grab it. These things. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. People sleep on birds. They sleep on birds. Yo, birds are no joke. They are hunters.
You know what you gotta do? You know what you gotta do if you're ever fishing? You know what you gotta do, right? So you go to a fishing area, right? You get your cat. You get a cat, first of all. You get a cat. You put it on a little harness. You get a cat. You put it on a harness, and you put like a little leash on it, right? The little retractable leash, right? You throw a little bit of bait in the water. And when the fishes come up to the bait, the cat will grab the fucking fish out of the water and just chuck them towards you. It'll just rip them out of the water like a bear. It'll be like, he'll grab it with his claw and just rip it out of the water. And then it'll try to go eat it. It'll be like, no, get another fish. And it'll go get another. It'll see another one. It'll just clash it with its claw and throw it out of the water and be like, okay, I'm going to go eat it. And it's like, dude, they're very good hunters. You just got to utilize them.
I never told you this. I never told you this, but my guinea pig Teddy. I think I've told you about my guinea pig Teddy. That was probably the best pet I ever had in my life. We went. You told me about him. Dude, we went. We got him a leash so we could walk him down the street. So nice. Just imagine me just walking down the street. Hey, Banana, what's up, bro? And I'm walking a guinea pig.
That was the days. That was around the 90s, I assume.
You're like, the hell are you doing, bro? But he'd walk. He go. He make that noise. Oh my! It was so funny, man. He was the best. He was the best.
I knew a lot. Well, not a lot of people, but like at least 2 people that like guinea pigs. And I knew a girl. She had guinea pigs and rats, and they were like her pets in a way. And they were her pets. Like she loved them. She named them and everything. But like guinea pigs are different. They're different. I had a hamster once, and I had a ferret once. So that was different altogether. Like it's hard to it's all different. Yeah.
A guinea pig is like a whole ass dog. Like a guinea pig is more like a dog because they're very loyal and they're very loving. It's more like a dog. But like rodents, I don't rock with rodents. I don't want rats. I
never
want
got,
gerbils.
I never got any of it.
Yeah.
I only fucked with cats and dogs. That's about it. I had a hamster, and the hamster didn't know I existed. Really, I could tell.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it was like
guinea pig.
It wasn't like I wasn't connecting with the hamster or anything. I'll never remember. Actually, his name was Charlie. I was gonna say I don't remember his name, but I do. He was a long hair hamster. He had a long hairs, he had normal hair, but near his butt he had a bunch of long hair. So I guess they called him a long hair hamster. He was like white and a light brownish color. It was cool.
Sure. We called him Teddy because he was brown and he had a white spot right in the middle, so he looked like a teddy bear, like a teddy bear. Oh. But the whole thing is this though. He had a personality, so like he could come in out of his cage if he wanted to. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I came home,
so he noticed you, though. He noticed.
As soon as I came home every day, he would get up.
I was asking.
He would get up and he would shake the cage.
Yeah. Yeah, see, my hamster never did that. My hamster never acknowledged me when I walked in the room, ever. He did not notice.
You'd open the cage and he'd start running in circles around you.
That's like a dog. That's like a dog, bro.
Yeah, he'd run up on you.
Yeah, see,
he'd like start kissing on you and stuff. Yeah.
Gone. Yeah, he noticed you were gone. He actually had affection for you. That's like my hamster never had that, bro. Like cats and dogs have that for sure. I noticed that. My hamster never had affection for me, but he had personality though. He did. So we would have food, and when we opened his cage, he would take his food and he would go under our couch, our living room couch. And he dug. We didn't know what he or she. We didn't know what he was doing. We just call him a boy. But he was digging a little hole all the way through the carpet down to cement, right? He dug through the carpet, made himself a little nest, and started taking his hamster food in his jaws from the cage to under the couch where he decided he wanted to live now. And he was under there a lot of times. He spent a lot of time under there. When he wasn't in his cage, he would be under there. Like, it was funny though, because like for a while we were like, what's he doing? Because big old cheeks, he'd be running or like doing things, and we'd always track him back to the couch and be like, what's he doing? And one day we flipped it open and we're like, oh fuck, he destroyed the whole rug. Sure. And then we kind of all got in trouble. We all got in trouble because my mom and my dad were pissed. Like they were growing up.
Check this out. Growing up, one of our neighbors had a pet monkey. They actually had a pet monkey, bro. This thing was freaky, bro. It could it was like a human being. It was like this little tiny human. Like it was weird, man. And it would it would get on your shoulder and stuff. And dude. Monkeys are freaky, bro. They're freaky.
I've seen a lot of them. Well, at the zoo, I've seen a lot of them. I've seen the little furry ones. What type of monkey was it? What did it look like?
It was a little one.
What color was it?
It was gray. It was gray.
It was a gray and blackish one, like the grays and black.
Yeah, little gray monkey.
Like kind of that weird.
If it got mad at you,
it has that little old man wizard look to it, kind of monkey.
Yeah, if it got mad at you, it'd throw stuff at you. It would throw things at you, and it's just they're very temperamental. But I remember
getting little ass knocked out. You think I will fight your monkey, bro? You think we're that good of friends? I'll beat the shit out of your monkey.
The monkey liked me. The monkey loved me because every time I saw the monkey, I would bring it
I'll be all drunk trying to fight
every time.
Monkey.
Every time I saw the monkey run up to me and jump on me because I'd always bring him like like a orange or like a piece of apple, like the monkey knew like I'm your friend, I'm
yeah.
But like if the monkey didn't like you, he would bite you, he'd throw stuff at you. It was
That's
crazy,
funny,
man.
like like on the weekends when I go to my girlfriend's house and stuff, I was thinking like that's kind of how my daughter is, because I call her a little monkey all the time. But every time I come over, usually I usually go get pizza and wings and stuff. So she knows when I come over, she's like, "Oh, Dad," like dad, or whatever. But then she's like kind of already expecting, like, "Oh, it's time for food," or it's time for like a snack or something. Because usually when I show up, I have something to eat or something to snack on, some bags of chips or something, because she loves chips, anything, just something. But like I don't know, it just reminds me of that, because she's like a little monkey. I call her my little monkey. I kind of call my girlfriend a monkey sometimes too, and it's weird because my mom actually calls all of her kids little monkeys. She calls us all monkeys. She's like, "These are my little monkeys," and that's how I think of my daughter, like a little monkey sometimes. I'm like, "You're like a little monkey, almost there, but you're just a baby still. You're a little monkey."
I called my son growing up. My son, I used to call him my little butterball, my little turkey, and I go. I would do like the turkey sound, because he was like 10.5 pounds when he was born. He was a big boy,
It
So
sounds
I call him my little
bully of a little bit. Jeez.
my little turkey, and
butterball.
oh yeah, I he'd come out.
Yeah,
like I would mess with him all the time. But
that's definitely me as a parent. That's exactly what I would do too. I'd be like, "Hey."
So one thing that I love, see, me and my son, we're so close. Like we literally share the same heart, right? I'd be sitting, and I love, me and my son talk about this to this day. You know what froze fruit is? Froze fruit.
Oh, frozen. Is it just frozen fruit, or is it a place?
It's basically it's a frozen bar, of fruit and cream. And you can get like banana, you can get coconut.
A frozen fruit bar. Yeah, I got you.
So so I would be eating a frozen fruit, right? And he'd walk up and just grab it out of my hand, start eating it.
I'd be like, "What the fuck?"
And I'm like, and I look at him, I go, like I would,
right.
But my son,
damn, fat boy. I mean, like it's like that, Like,
can I have some? Can I have some? He'd hand it back, bro. He'd hand it back to me, and I take a bite.
I feel like I don't want it now, bro. Like I don't want it anymore.
No, but it's just like you have to understand the bond.
I get the bond, but even with my daughter, with my little daughter, I'd be like, I don't want it anymore, bro. Like I seriously.
It's just a bond. It's just the bond. My son used to take,
if she kept pushing it, she's like,
my son.
I'd be like, okay, I just eat it, whatever. But
my son used to like to clean, because I would always clean all the time, right? I would be wiping things down.
That's how my
son liked to clean, like I clean.
Dirty all the time. She used to be.
He would take my car keys and my watches and throw them in the trash, because he thinks he's cleaning. Because he thinks he's cleaning.
Wow.
He was like,
I was gonna say that's gotta be younger.
3 or 4 years old.
I was gonna say that's gotta be very young, because I mean, the last story you told, he was.
I can't find I can't find my Movado watch. I'm like, where's my Movado? Like I got it for a gift.
Bro, my daughter threw away my girlfriend's Apple Watch. I think she thinks it disappeared. It disappeared, and we've never seen it again. And she thinks my daughter threw it away because she went through a phase where she would get things to throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
Now we watch her. Now we do. Ever since it disappeared,
that's what I'm trying to say.
It's like, bro.
So I go into the trash can, and my Movado and my G-Shock are in the trash. I'm like, what the hell? He goes, I was like, Nikki. I said, Nikki, what are you doing? I help, Dad. Don't put. So we had to put the trash can outside. Yeah. Oh my god, it was funny. It was.
My daughter
that's
Burley. My daughter Burley started using the trash can. She didn't really.
Did you see that?
Of it? No. What?
Did you?
What?
That's Capgun's real. That's Capgun's real picture. That's his real picture.
Where? How?
That's his real picture.
This one?
You gotta go back.
That doesn't look like a real
That's
guy.
his real picture.
Which one?
He's a fat old guy.
This guy? Austin Murphy?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. No, the Capgun picture. Gotta go back.
I don't know which one you talk. Was it under? What's it say?
It's funny.
Well, which one? Just tell me who wrote it. Who wrote the Capgun?
It would be not the real Capgun. I think it would be like a minute back or something like that.
Oh shit! Let me see. I'm looking. I see John.
Looks like Santa Claus. It looks like Santa Claus with a Santa Claus hat on.
I don't. Are they blocked on my end? Maybe is it this?
I don't know.
Is it this one?
No.
Is it John Clark? Is that Rebel? Oh my gosh, this is Rebel. I'll keep going. It's some Bill Goodeye. We got Bill Goodeye. I must have him blocked, bro. Somebody put it. Look at
all the socks coming in now. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Whoever that sock account is, I must have them blocked. They must have said something earlier.
Yeah.
So
So Crapgun.
What's his real name? You can say it. What's his real name?
Cameron.
Is it Lenny? Is it Lenny King? Is it this guy?
No, Cameron. His name is Cameron. That's Captain's real name.
I know,
but he was messing. There he is right there. That's it. That's what he looks like. That's Captain's real picture.
Shut up. No, it's not. Shut up.
Yes, really? It is. Yes, it is.
Shut up. No way.
Banana.
I don't know. I don't know him.
Banana. He admitted it himself. That's him.
He has to come up. And show it.
He admitted himself, dude. He puts up
him. I don't believe him.
That's him.
I don't believe him.
Me, Nunzio, and Joey and him were on a panel.
He would lie. He would totally lie to you guys. I would lie to you. If I were in that situation, I would lie to you. Why wouldn't he?
Dude, Nunzio pulled his information. That's Cameron. That's him. That's him, bro.
Nunzio, if Nunzio wants to come up here and show it, I would gladly accept the information.
That's him, bro.
I would gladly see it.
Look at me and look at him. Who looks better? Come on, man. I mean, he looks like a gay Santa Claus.
Shape. Everybody's in better shape than fucking Santa Claus, right? But no, you're in good shape. I was gonna tell you that right when you joined, but I didn't want to seem weird. But you seem like you're in better shape than normally. You don't seem like you're holding any body fat or anything. You can tell me, I got chubby cheeks and I got a little body fat down here and things. I carry a little bit of muscle and a little bit of body fat on the shoulders. You seem like you're really slim all around. You seem really slim all around. I don't know what you're doing, but it seems to be kind of working for you. So I was gonna say that earlier, but I didn't want to come off all weird right away.
No, not at all. No,
you're looking healthy.
I've been training, and you see, I'm not little. I'm not small. I'm not little. It's like, And the funny thing is that they keep putting this picture of me with these big, huge. It's not a real picture. Even they put it up. They put it up on AC. The guy who likes butt plugs, whose wife left him, he came up on
allegedly. I think
it's not allegedly. It's been proven. We've seen the video, but
I haven't. But I definitely see. I've seen the butt plug stuff. I just haven't seen his wife left him. I haven't seen the part where his wife left him. Is what I was saying.
He came up on CTs, right? And he goes, "This is Mike's real picture," and he shows the picture of me, and my face is like twice the size. My arms are all distorted. My chest is out to here. And Hafiz, a good friend of mine on the panel, he's like, "That's not a real picture, bro.
I never heard that.
That's fake. That's Photoshop. That's not real." He doesn't look like that. Hafiz live. Hafiz. Hafez.
Okay, but this is just the first time.
Yo, you would love, bro. You would love. Hafiz is hilarious, bro. Hilarious.
Honestly, if you do take me somewhere, Mike, I would try to be on better behavior because every time I go places, I'm purposely an asshole and bad.
Yeah, he's hilarious, bro.
I shouldn't be like. I should be on better behavior instead of being like, well, I'm just gonna be me, no matter what. I'm just gonna be me. You know, like I don't.
I'll protect you. You know, I'll protect you.
I don't need protection. The thing is, you should.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying like
I make it so awkward that people are like, Mike, what the fuck did you bring me? You know, kind of thing. And it's like I shouldn't make it that awkward right away. Like
it's all right. It's all right.
You know.
Yeah, you gotta see the one thing about me. One thing CT said about me. He goes, Mike is special because Mike is my Charles Oakley. He's my power forward. That's what he said about me. And I really, because he reads the room. He waits to attack. So when you come up, you have to wait your turn, to jump in, so the problem is that you come in sometimes a little bit too hot, a little bit too.
Especially if it's a place I don't want to necessarily be. If I don't want to be there right away, I will be the most acute and obtuse motherfucker at the same time.
I know.
I'll be the cutest obtuse motherfucker.
What's funny? What's really funny is that I went on Kane Catharsis the other night, right? Which is against my better judgment.
And then what happened? It looked like it went good.
Sure. I had to. And I'm up there with the Dr. Chin guy, who I don't like being on panel with because he hurt CT's channel, right? So I was very.
thought you just didn't like him.
He hurt CT's channel. I was very cordial with him. We're talking. We're having this good time. I leave on good terms. All right, guys, have a great night. I'll see you guys later. As soon as I leave, what do you think happens? As soon as I leave,
he's gonna start picking you apart.
They start shit talking.
Exactly. You know what that's called? That's called common courtesy. He wasn't doing it while you were there, but once you left, he wanted to do it so bad. He started doing it because the hosts would allow it at that point, right? Like the hosts wouldn't allow you guys fighting on panel. But if one of you guys stays longer or let's say you were there first and you were shitting on Dr. Shink before Dr. Shink even showed up, that probably would have been allowed. So now that you're gone and he's shitting on you, it really is up to the host to be like, do you want to shit on the guy while he's not even here? But if they don't want to have the drama as part of their show, then they're probably going to be like, yeah, just do it while he's not here so we don't have to deal with it,
But the only problem is that they both were in tandem. Both of them were doing it.
Because Dr. Sheen can't do it without somebody allowing him to do it, obviously.
This is the thing. So you're not afraid of me. I know that. You're not, in other words, to battle me.
You're a pretty tall guy. Like if we got in a fight, I would be more timid to fight you than I would somebody that was my actual height and weight. But I would still fight you just because I'm Mexican. I got lion heart, and honestly, I don't really care if I die or get beat up that much. So I would still fight you.
I'm talking about on a panel. Not real life on a panel. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like we're equals on panels. That's why I like having.
The problem is that believe it or not, I intimidate people on panel, so they don't talk crap to me.
I know
because when they talk crap to me,
I do too, bro. That's how I know you do. I do too. Yeah. Sometimes I do too. That's why
I rip them.
When you do things, I know.
I rip them. They wait. You've seen me troll 5-6 people at once. I will rip people apart in tandem. But the thing is that they wait for you to leave, then talk crap. That's a coward. If you have a problem with somebody, not saying you, sir. I'm not saying you, but
I know.
If you have a problem with somebody, in general, talk to their face. That's the thing. That's what I love about Joe. I love about you. I love about Nunzio. I love about Zell. They'll talk it right to your face. They don't care. They don't care. Kaylee, Kaylee's one of the best in the game. Like, she'll bring it right to your front door and knock on it.
Shit. She won't stop.
Can
for
I
like
come
3
in?
years. Dude, this bitch won't stop for like 3 years though. Like Kaylee will knock on your door for 3 years straight.
I'm gonna
Like,
tell you
that's
this.
the crazy part about her, bro. She
Banana.
is
Banana.
That's a
Make
whole
friends. Banana. Align yourself with Kaylee. People like her will have your back.
Is she Canadian though?
Nonstop.
I don't fuck with Canadians anymore.
No, she's
I mean, like, I got burned on fucking Canadians, and I got burned on the fucking Italians. Besides you, Mike, but like
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
ones,
no,
they
she's-
burned me pretty bad. So I'm dealing with these
Yeah.
repercussions, already.
She's from England, you know, and that's the one thing about me. Me and you have really never had a falling out. We've had a couple arguments, but me and you've always been cool. I think generally,
mostly it's been me just trying to like
Yeah.
set you off for reasons, whatever.
Yeah,
Like you fucking being an asshole or whatever, and just saying fucked up shit to you. So usually that's what it is.
I've gotten so good at this. I'm, as we say, battle tested. But the whole thing is that, you know, you have to learn by fire. That's a good analogy, but
it is.
Yeah,
it's just perfect. It's the perfect analogy for what we've been doing. And the truth is, there's certain people that won't learn by the fire, like Savage Dave. There's certain people that will be consumed by the fire, like Savage Dave.
Yeah, well, it's sad because what they did to Dave was messed up. I mean, now Dave is not a good person, so to speak, allegedly. But what they did to him, they really messed that kid up. They did. He was just looking for friends, man. Come on, Banana. He was looking for friends. He's antisocial. You know, he has Marky Mark and no one else. Yo, what? I'm sorry, man. And I know that you rock with certain people, but what they did to him was messed up.
Well, the thing is that
up.
Thumper, and like I know you're talking probably about referencing Thumper, but Thumper had Dave up a few times, right? Gave Dave money, and you know what David did? David came up 2 days ago and started ejaculating his penis on Thumper's channel in an effort to take it down.
Really?
Yep. And I saw it right before I started this live stream. I seen 2 fucked up videos, right? I seen 2 really fucked up videos. The first one was Thumper showing me that David, and he did this on his live stream. So you can literally go to like Thumper's live stream right now, and you could see what he showed me, and it was Thumper beating his penis. It's still live. As far as I know, it's still live. But besides that, the second thing was they showed me some chick, and she was like fellatioing her titties or whatever, like just rubbing her titties, trying to get herself off. And then when she started squeezing her nipples, like some yellow custard started coming out, and I almost vomited. Right? Yeah. So I saw 2 fucked up things today, and then somebody fucked on my car bumper. I've had a rough day today. It's been a rough existence today.
You know, another case of the manic Mondays, right?
Right?
You know,
fucking Garfield over here. Like, I like pasta and I fucking hate today.
Lasagna. Wasn't it lasagna he liked? It was lasagna, right?
Yeah, it was lasagna. Yeah, he loved lasagnas.
I love lasagna.
That dude, I actually do too. Yeah. Lasagna is good. I like lasagna more than pasta, actually.
My ex-wife, she made the best lasagna, man. It was unfreaking believable. It was so good. And I like baked ziti. I don't know if you like baked. I like ricotta. I like a lot of ricotta cheese.
I've heard of that, but what is it?
Yeah, so you get ziti, you get the tomato sauce, you get ricotta, you get mozzarella cheese. But the ricotta is the star of the show. The ricotta, this sweet and salty cheese. It's like it looks like cottage cheese, but it's ricotta cheese, and you bake it. And then you put the mozzarella on top, so you get a crusty top. Oh my gosh, man, it's so good. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. That
really,
sounds
really
good, dude. Like anything cheesy sounds good right now.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about food already. I'm starting to think about food.
Mm.
Don't get me thinking about food. I'll be like, I'm out of here. It'd be like
I love going and getting my favorite thing in the world. I love egg rolls. Like I don't know, I don't know what it is. I just love egg rolls, and we have a Chinese spot down the street. They make the best egg rolls, man. And you get like 2 or 3 of them. Oh my gosh, they're so good. You know, oh yeah. I love Chinese food. It's funny because I know it's racist to say this, but we call it in New York, we call it chinks. Let's get some chinks. It's
Wow, really?
code for Chinese food. Let's get some chinks.
Yeah,
But
I mean, for racism.
what's really funny, believe it or not, this is actually my real voice. Like when I talk in the other diction, it's not how I normally talk. Like if you called me on the phone, I would talk like this to you. This is how I would sound. So it's really funny when people say, "Oh, he has a fake accent."
You can confirm right now. I've never once called you on the phone, right? Like you don't know my phone number, dude. I know. I'm just saying though, because like a lot of people think I talk to a lot of you guys backstage. I don't talk to you. I don't talk to Thumper. I don't talk to David. I don't talk to Joey Amico. I don't talk to any of you motherfuckers backstage. So everything I do with you guys is on live stream, and that's the best part of being me is I keep it all on live stream, and that's good, so far. Like it's been working.
Believe it or not, the only person that I was talking to offline was actually, you're not going to believe this, was Tommy D.
Wow, how'd that go?
We would talk on the phone all the time.
Was that before the whole like him and talking shit now?
Yes. Yeah. This is a couple of years ago, right? Because I felt bad for the kid. He was going through all that shit with Marley. He was having all these issues. He was relapsing again. He was, so I was worried about him. So we would talk, and then the scumbag stabs me in the back.
That's what
He's
does.
A
He's flip-flopping Tommy for a reason.
He's a dirtbag. He's a dirtbag
for a reason, right? And the reason is in the community, he's flip-flop sides over and over. Every fucking like 4 days, this guy would switch sides. He'd be like, "Well, I like them. Now I like them. Now I like them. Now I like them. Now I feel this way. Now I feel that way." And like, dude, come on. You can't be this unsure about.
I'm gonna tell you this
all the time.
I'm gonna be brutally.
What's the deal with that, Mike? Come on. What's the deal with that? Yeah. What are you doing?
You like it? You like it, right? Take it. No, take it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So the real deal, right? He's talking about he's with my ex-wife, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I'm telling you this right now. But of course, it's not true. Come on, he's a junky piece of shit. But the whole thing is that if he said that to my face, Tommy, if you're listening, I would blast your teeth. I would blast your teeth out of your mouth. I would.
Mike, get up, Mike.
Yeah.
You want to do something impressive? Get up and let's see your fighting stance. I want to see your fighting stance. Get up. No, you gotta stand up and get in a fighting stance. You know what a fighting stance is, right?
I'm not gonna do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it if you do it. I get up and do it. Like it's just like this. Like it. Get up. Like this. Just anything.
I can't do it, bro. I can't. Because it'll be clipped and it'll be messed with. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Like this. Like this. Just left foot forward, right foot forward. Hand up. Hand cocked back.
I can't do it. I'm too tall. What are you doing?
Just like the jab. You just gotta have your jab forward. Your jab forward. Like that. Just aim. Jab forward. Just something, right? Like you gotta.
Yeah. So when I fight, if allegedly if I ever fight,
can we see your
shot? My power shot is usually an elbow or it's usually a hook.
Oh yeah,
I don't usually.
You gotta be close to.
I don't usually jab. So I'll come in and I'll wrap you.
You gotta get really close to do that.
I'll pop you to the side. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I get right up in there. Like the thing is, I cut the crease. I get in close. So if I fight, I get in close. Because when you're in judo or jiu-jitsu,
From what
you're getting really, really close.
From what you're telling me, it sounds like I'm going to be able to hit you at least 3 times before you
You
get
could.
where you want to be. I don't know how much damage they would do to you, but it feels like at that point I would be able to at least hit you 3 times before you do what you want to do. But you want to come in, you want to grab at me and get me into control. And arguably, if I were to come up to you, grab you, and get you into some kind of control, then arguably you would have jabbed me, and maybe even hit me with your strong punch. At that point, I would assume that'd be pretty rough. A
lot of times what they teach you to work at angles. In other words, so if any situation that I'm in, I'm off to the left or off to the right. In other words, I'm waiting to create a crease into grabbing you.
Go left or I usually go back like left, or I go back right.
Yeah.
Like I don't go left or right. But I've seen people do that because if you stay closer, then you can get reaction quicker to attack back.
Sure.
But I tend to fade away and then try to come back at the end of my punches. So if you keep them at the end of your punch, usually that's where you get the most out of your punches. So if you could keep them at the end of your punches, so like when I fade away, I'll try to come back with my punches like a combo, like just hitting. And like honestly, they don't really have to hit solid, but when I do get back to like stationary, then I can cock something, like fuck them up or something.
Sure.
All those little taps while I was working my way back would disorient them enough to hopefully let that happen.
It's funny because
I think about fighting a lot. I think about fighting a lot, Mike. I think about it a lot.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Like as striking power, I'm extremely powerful in striking.
I think so. You're a big dude.
But what I'm best at is triangles and chokes. That's what I'm best at. Locking someone up, just locking them up and popping them and just dropping your weight on them. And you end the fight quickly because, believe it or not, even if you're skilled, scrapping it out, someone can hit you and they can knock you out. So you have to.
That's the puncher's chance, bro. That's the puncher's chance. Yeah. If you're like me and you like to kick, I could throw a very good head kick without even I would say in my mind, I feel like I could throw a head kick without telegraphing it. But that might be to like a person that's not a fighter. So like a fighter might see my head kick coming, but a person that's not a fighter, they probably wouldn't see my head kick coming because they would probably see something like and then just poof, then you get the kick, but like to a fighter, if you see this, and you kind of think, hey, I'm gonna put on my guard, because it'd be like, hey, if I block the punch or something, that you put up your guard just in case they kick you, because that's how you end a combo with kicks all the time.
My one son does karate. My younger son does karate, and he's very, very good. He's younger, and my older son did karate. Now he's in jiu-jitsu, so now he's doing jiu-jitsu now, and he's good, man. God.
Larry King's clowning you. He's saying so there's allegedly, but Larry King's making fun of you. He's saying Mike says Ryan Garcia has good ground and pound game.
I don't know who Ryan Garcia is. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
He's a boxer.
Yeah, but when my son switched over to jiu-jitsu, he's very, very good. Like he's really good. Like I rolled with him one time, and he was flipping me around, and I have a lot of experience. And he's because he's strong. He's only 24, so you're 24 and you're fighting someone 50. There's a difference there,
Oh yeah.
Even though I'm
muscle.
And so this is the thing. I love my son so much. I can't hit him. I can't.
No, you're
not. I can't punch him.
If you're
I know, but no.
Usually when you're not supposed to.
No, but I mean, like to get out of like to just to pop them with an elbow to get out of a hold or something like that. But
you're
like,
not supposed to.
so
If you're
I
rolling
have to.
around, you're not supposed to. You just tap. If you get caught in a hold, if you're rolling around, you get caught in a hold, you just tap. You don't hit them to get out of it. Like not in rolling around.
But
you
he
just tap. Once you get caught in something, you tap immediately.
He strikes though. He can't hit as hard as me. He can't hit as hard as me, but he's very, very good. Very good. And he outweighs me by 20 pounds. He's very, very good. You know, so yeah, I mean imagine this kid's 230. It's freaking wow.
Especially
you know,
if
and
you're athletic, you don't even got to be good at fighting or anything. If you're athletic, you just got a natural, talent for it. Shit.
I'm just so proud of him, man. You know, I know you're proud of your daughter. You love your daughter. I'm just so proud of him, man. And it's a great thing to be able to just love your kid, man. It's just great, you know. It's just,
to see them doing something productive and good.
It's amazing, man. To see their personality and their sass and they're learning things and they're going through the, and it's like it's cool, man. You know,
it really is. And I didn't think that before I had a kid. I didn't think it would be, Mike. I really didn't. I thought it would be like, oh, I got a kid. This sucks. Blah, 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 whatever. And then when I got her and like I started seeing her personality, I was like, oh, she's fucking cool. Like I got the coolest little baby in the world, like kind of thing. Like, and she's like, she watches the cartoons I watch. She watches the shows I watch. She's chill. She's just lay by me. And then when she's bored, she'll start attacking me and be like, I want to do this. I want to do that, whatever, like running around. It's really something that, it is a good change in my life. It's something I definitely needed. Like I couldn't ask for a better thing than my daughter. Like it's crazy how amazing it is. Like it's weird, but it's amazing to have it.
I think what you're going through is what I go through. Your daughter's your best friend. My son's my best friend.
My girlfriend's my best friend.
Your
daughter's amazing, but my girlfriend is my best friend. She has been.
I think your daughter has your whole heart, bro, and will have your whole heart forever. And I think that is amazing. That's an amazing thing, amazing. And you know when you're truly love somebody, if you'd give your own life for them, if you would pass away for this child that you love so much.
Oh, absolutely, dude. We got a whole plan, dude. Like me and my girlfriend, right? Like if we're at a park, I was about to say her name. Me and my girlfriend though. Like if we're at a park or whatever, we got a whole plan. Like if a dog or a gang of dogs shows up, right? So I'm gonna run up to the dogs and like cause a ruckus and be the bait. And my girlfriend's gonna safely get the baby to the truck and get her out of the situation. And then maybe if I'm still alive, I will make it to the truck. But the baby gets safe. That is the whole. If there's a pack of dogs or a pack of wolves or a robber or something, you get the baby to safety while I fight them off just long enough for you to get the baby to safety, hopefully. Like that is the whole goal. The baby is priority numero uno, like all the time. And it's funny, like even to the death of us now. It's like, hey, we already got a plan, bro. Like if a bear attacks, I'm fighting the bear and you get our baby to safety. You get her back to the truck and you get her out of the danger, and I will fight the danger. And if I live, I'll come back and tell you of the story. But if I don't, then at least the baby got to safety, type of deal. Like that's the love we have for our daughter, and that's the planning we have. And I'm willing to get mauled by an animal as long as my daughter.
People. This is the thing. Like me and you know this, right? We know that love, but people that don't have kids don't know that kind of love. But there are some parents.
They will eventually.
Still, there are parents that still don't feel that way about their kids. So all I'm trying to say is that
those poor kids, bro. It's a one thing to have loving parents, bro. It's the whole thing. Like me and you are loving parents, and that's something that kids got to be grateful for is having loving parents that actually fucking care about them. Because there's a lot of Nunzios and Suzelles that would just be like, hey, YouTube's more important than my fucking kids.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't agree with that, but
Nunzio
that's your
and
opinion.
Suzelle?
Yeah.
Really? Oh shit!
I mean,
are you a Nunzio or a Suzelle fan? What team are you on?
no. I mean, literally, like I'm cool with both of them. I mean, I'm just saying, I personally am cool with both of them.
Oh, that's right.
I'm cool with both of them. I'm cool
Fine.
with both of them.
I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I was gonna hammer it home, but I'll let it.
No, I'm cool with both of them. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Nunzio and Suzelle. Okay, they had some rough times, and they had a lot of stuff going on in their personal life, right? And I'm gonna be frank with you. They're fixing their life. They're fixing their life. Is it all the way fixed? No, but are they working on it? Yes. So I cannot kick someone.
Well, the thing is, I would not be focused on any of this at all, any of their life situation, anything they're doing. But Suzelle Bustamante filed a false copyright strike on my backup channel, Ham Banana X. So I'm focused on it just because she drew me into their situation. She drew me into their situation. She chose to file a false copyright strike against me. She used her legal name, Suzelle Bustamante. I have her email address, her name, and everything. And YouTube is saying it is her that filed it against me. It was her. Yeah. Most likely it was Nunzio. But, I mean, just I'm a little salty. I get it. Like they're not.
I got you. And I'll say this.
Actually, I was gonna say a thing. I was gonna say they're not bad parents, but the truth is they are really bad parents. But besides that, they're bad at YouTube. They're bad at YouTube, and they're giving up their kids for something they're not even good at. That's the crazy part.
Well, right, I'll say this on record. That's okay. I'll say this on record. So if they are listening. You know, Nunzio, Suzelle, you're my friend. Banana's my good friend. So please don't do that again. Like I said, just please don't, you know.
Fair enough. I would say that too. Like I want to get along with Nunzio and Suzelle too. Please retract your false copyright strike. Let me have my live stream back because it's going to go up anyway in about a week anyway. But once it goes up and you didn't retract your thing, that means your whole deed you did goes unforgiven forever. Meaning me and you are going to have this thing that's going to be a big red flag on your name forever. And that's fine with me because, you know, I don't care. But whatever.
That's all, you know, the thing is that Suzelle, me, Nunzio, you, we're big players in this community. Let's just rock with each other. Let's be a force to be reckoned with. Let's be a force to be reckoned with.
It's so hard to get along with people though. Like me and Joey are having beefs. Fucking me and Nunzio get beefs. Fucking Suzelle's always had beef. You know, like it's crazy. Like people want to argue all the time over little simple shit, and it's like it's rough.
Yeah.
It's we're navigating it though, and we're making our way through things, Mike. So you're right. We are on the right track. If we're trying to make like friends with people, that's the best track to go down. Like this whole fighting and everybody being on different live streams and arguing different bullshit is like if we're on the same live streams and we're all talking about the same thing, imagine the views. It goes up exponentially every time you add one of us players to the game. It goes up a lot. So
hopefully we can squash it because, like I said, I rock with you, bro. Bro, I don't care what anybody tells me. I will never not rock with you. You're my friend. I will rock with you.
Thank you.
I actually like hanging out with you. You're funny. You know, and it's like
when I'm not too drunk and being a fucking prick.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
No, I do that. I know I do that. I get too drunk sometimes. I start acting like a prick.
Yeah.
But no, I do think when I am normal, I'm pretty decent to be around. I'm funny.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoy hanging out with you, dude. And I like the fact that we actually do have good conversations, and I love when we commentate on things. Like you'll pull up videos, we'll commentate on it. And we're respectful, and we're just giving our opinion on things. But I think it's time for us, all of us in this sector, to form sides. And I think I would like you in the crew. I would like you in that crew of people. I mean,
Well,
I
Joey
think that
would
you'd be.
too, but it's just not working
Yeah.
so far. That's
We'll
weird.
we'll
But
see what happens. We'll see what
well, we'll
happens.
see what happens. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's always
Yeah.
gonna be these these
Sure.
like things that are gonna come up, and like even if it doesn't work out with Joey or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. As long as we're not just tearing each other down constantly, because if we
Sure.
are, then me and Joey are gonna stop each other's growth by treating each other like shit. So we don't have to be, me and Joey don't have to be enemies. We don't have to be friends either. We could just not really fight or be at war. And that would be something. If me and Joey aren't at
Sure.
war, that could potentially be something to work towards, at least in the beginning.
Just I mean, the whole thing is that people focus on things that happened a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So all I'm trying to say is that if somebody did something dumb and they apologized for it and they moved on, let's just move on from it. But it's just, I don't like the fact that people will do horrible things, but they're exonerated. They can say and do whatever they want, right? But if you say something stupid, you're crucified forever. That's not right.
That's all of us, though. That's how
I mean,
each
that's
other.
what I'm trying to say. It doesn't
treat each other. We all treat each other
make
that way.
sense.
It doesn't, because we all know each other are more than that, because we've been around each other so much longer. We know each other are more than those little snarky.
Let's forgive and forget. Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Well, I mean, that's easy
start
for
over.
me
I'm
and
saying,
you to do, Mike, but
Yeah.
other people
Yeah.
that I would literally have to have this conversation with Joey for that to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it would be easy for me and you to be like, hey, let's forgive and move on, because we always do that, and that's fine. But I mean, like with Joey, that's not always the case. And plus, Joey's been in jail for a long time. So I mean, I don't know how he's gonna behave now. It's kind of wild.
If you want my opinion, I don't mind giving my opinion. I'm not speaking for him, but I think he's going to be very much more reserved, more chill. I think, and it's not because he's broken. I just think that he's matured over these couple years. I think he's matured, and I do see good conversations. So I mean, I'm waiting to see what's going to come forth, but I do think it's not going to be the chaos that we saw before. I think it's going to be more structured,
He seems way more methodical about how he's going about things. He's taking his time. He's not rushing anything. He's thinking about what he's going to do next, and that he doesn't react instantly on it. So that's something. He's taking his time to think about things, and that's that's kind of good. Yeah, go ahead.
He's not being so impulsive. He's like I said, he's thinking it through, and he's probably making a program that he wants to do, and I love it. I love that. And there were nights where we actually had really good conversations, like fantastic conversations. And I'm telling you, the team that's going to be put together is going to be unstoppable.
I mean,
but the problem,
I agree with that, and I wanted to be part of it in a way, but also I don't like to lie to people or do any of the things where it's like, hey, this happened, but it didn't really happen, and now you got me up there lying or something. Like, that's not gonna happen. So for Joey, like when me and Joey are cool, it's usually when we're on the same page. If we're not on the same page about some story or something, it's going to lead to basically some kind of conflict. I wouldn't say all out YouTube war, but I mean, usually it ends up with Joey striking my channel, and then sometimes I strike his or I don't. Usually lately I haven't been striking him back, but before I would strike him right back. I would be like, okay, it's gonna be all gloves off. But then after a while, I was like, I'm the bigger man. Fuck this. I'm not gonna strike you anymore, Joey. And I let it go, and I stopped striking him a long time ago. This guy struck me like 10 times since I stopped striking him, like at least. So it's been a long time of him attacking me and me not attacking him at all.
Well, just if you want,
Hmm.
I'll ask you a question. Try to bury the hatchet. Just say, hey, listen, can we just put this? I'm just saying, just ask them. Can we put this behind us? Can we move forward? If not, that's cool. I mean, that's not cool. I'm saying if we can't, then I understand. It is what it is. But the thing is, I'm not going to stop being your friend. If someone was to say to me, you got to pick him or me, I will say, well, I'm gonna pick the other guy because I'm not going to be told
Yeah,
who I
because
can
I'm
be
not
friends with.
making you choose, right? Because I'm not giving
I'm
you the
not.
ultimatum, right? That's the
I
whole
will not
thing.
be.
Like, hey, I'm
Bro,
not
I
making
rock.
you choose. I'm just chilling. Either you
But
like
the
me
thing
or
is
you
that,
don't. Like,
hear me out. I rock with both of you. I rock with both of you. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to be gatekeeping. That gatekeeped.
yeah,
But
yeah,
the thing is that you have you have great qualities, and you also have things you say and do that aren't that great. But as long as you can turn a page, and if your good things outweigh the bad, you're going to start winning people over again. You're going
yeah.
to win
That's
them over.
really all
You
it
know?
is. I feel like that is the longevity of it. And
Sure.
honestly, my good things I've done in this community, like 200 to 1 outweigh the bad. Like my good things have
Sure.
been 200 to 1. Like I do so many good things and then I do one bad thing and people are like, fuck you. But it was really a really bad thing. So I don't care either way. I kind of get it. It's not like I'm trying to make light of it. I definitely understand it. It was a really bad
Dude,
thing.
look at
But I don't
look
care.
at me.
I don't care
Look
either
at
way.
me. There's thousands of videos of me having great conversations, having fun, laughing, but they only post the ones that are me acting crazy or getting triggered. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
yeah,
they're
I'm getting
gonna
a lot of views.
continually. That's it. They're gonna lambast you. But see, we're all human beings. We all do stupid stuff and we do good stuff. So I'm just saying, it's up and
That's
down.
true.
We're
That's
human.
very
We're
true.
we're, we're human beings. Let me tell you something. If
Mhm.
I was nice and calm and relaxed every single stream, nobody would have me on their panel.
They
People don't
might.
want that on their panel.
Oh, some people do. Some people, just not this group, not this community. This community
Could
don't,
be
but
like
some
a
people do. Yeah, you could be
could
on
be
the
like a
knitting channel or something. Yeah.
knitting channel, like a
Yeah, I
knitting
was gonna
channel.
say you could go
Yeah,
knitting or
yeah.
something. You could totally be over there, like
How did
chilling.
you know? How did you
This
know what I was going to
community,
say? How
it's
did
a
you know what I was going to say?
common go to. Well, that's what I was thinking of was knitting.
You
Well,
can
it's
read
like
my
what's
mind.
the most boring would be is like knitting, probably.
What's that? Knitting channel, like a RC channel, or like a RC plane channel. There's channels that are just like about
That would be
RC
good.
planes and
Dude, if I
yeah.
get some RCs, I'll totally take Dave's bullshit and make it my own. That'd be
Yo. So
with
growing
some
up in New
gas
York, right? Check this out. Growing up in New York in Central Park, they had the RC planes and
Oh,
the
really?
RC boats. The boats are cool. The boats are
Yeah.
cool, but the planes, they would And then if the person lost control of the plane, it crashes and it just destroys.
Shit.
And the plane's like $1,000. I'm like,
Really? They're that
yo.
much? Shit.
Oh yeah, they're expensive, bro. They're expensive. A plane to fly. Yeah,
I mean, it's
they're
like
expensive.
basically a drone.
Yeah, but these are plane. They're not drone. They're not with the propellers, like the cheap ones.
No,
These are the ones that would actually
they're
would actually
built like
take
planes.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, they got like
Yeah.
little turbines and shit. I've seen those things.
yeah.
They're trippy.
Like little engines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I seen that when
Yeah.
they fail to land too. When they fail to land, they actually fuck themselves up. They're like, poop, 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 poop,
Yeah,
and they start
they'll
flopping
crash.
around. Yeah,
They'll crash. Yeah.
I don't
But I
get
remember
why it's so
growing
hard
up.
for them to land. Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember growing up, and we would go to Central Park. We would actually go to Central Park, and they would have boat races, little RC boat races in
Like
in
just
the
we're little.
yeah little races. They have like a little thing, and who the fastest boat wins. But yeah, it's wild, man. And then you have they have the RC helicopters. You ever see the RC helicopters? Yo, those blades are those blades can kill you. Like it's like they're sharp. I'm telling you, it's wild, man. It's wild stuff.
Yeah, I've had a couple of those little RC planes. They're pretty cool. But I never had like a professional one or anything. Anything where it's super dangerous. You know what's dangerous? Like the people that are making these drone car things now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where you can just like get in and kind of fly places kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they don't put wiring around the fucking propellers for some reason. Dude, somebody's gonna lose an arm, a leg, a hand. Easy. A kid's gonna fucking die in that thing. Like easy lawsuits right away. Just so much trouble right away based off those things.
Growing up, did you ever? I don't know why I thought about this. I thought about this the other day, just out of nowhere. You remember parachute men, the little green men on the parachute, and you throw them up in the air and they float down.
A rubber band to their back. You gotta undo the rubber band, kind of get it ready. And I remember.
Do you remember the wooden airplanes with the rubber band? You had to wind up the propeller and let it go.
Kinda. Like I had those before, but I don't know how that like. Did you have to throw it? Like I feel like you had to throw.
You. So it's a little wooden airplane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a propeller on the front and it has a rubber band. And you would wind up the propeller all the way tight, and then you throw it in the air, and it would just like take off. It would like launch.
I remember. I get them from the pizza place.
And I was at the church. I was at the church, right? Or at the church, right? And we're doing the food bank, and they give out gifts. Like they'll give out like little gifts for kids, like little. And they actually had the little planes, and I can't explain it. It like literally, like you think about your youth, like you get teary-eyed, you get choked up thinking about when I was, 9 years old, throwing that thing in the air. It brings you back to, and I remembered how simple life was, man. How easy it was. How there was no worries in the world, bro. You got no bills.
Does that? Like, there's a thing that does that for me. It's this weird color. It's like a chrome color, but it's like a pinkish chrome color. Almost like an Easter egg, but chrome color. And when I see it, it just reminds me of my childhood. Also, those things, I don't know if you remember these. They were like this string you would get. It was a string necklace, right? And it had a circle emblem. And the emblem would be like this little glass you could kind of see through, but it had this weird imprinted image on it. And the image would be whatever they imprinted on it. But like those are the things that remind me of my childhood. Those two things, that color of like this Easter eggy, like shiny chrome kind of color, and those actual items. That weird necklace thing you could get at the dollar store. It was like a weird string with like a weird glass thing, and it just had an image on it. It could be anything, but it was things from my childhood.
It's a subconscious memory that brings you back to a happier time, and sorry. I don't really get too deep into psychological stuff too much because I know I'm like more like a troll. I like to laugh and have a good time, but we can have good conversations, man. And the thing is that people aren't capable of that, and that's the biggest thing. And I think going forward into this next couple of months, we need to kind of like forgive each other, and I do believe that. I'm not talking out my tail. I'm just saying that it's time for us to bury the hatchet with a lot of us. Now, some people I cannot forgive. I'm gonna tell you straight up. There are some people I cannot.
And you don't have to. You don't have to forgive anybody, honestly.
I know, but there are people that didn't do me super wrong, but there are some people that did do me super wrong. Can I exist with them in the world? Yes, but I will not be on panel with them. And I'm not giving ultimatums to anybody. So in other words, when that guy came up that few times, the doctor guy, I dropped down. Okay. Now I was on panel with him.
Yeah, I remember that guy. He's
But I
not a
was on
bad
a panel with
guy.
him.
At least he wasn't trying to. He wasn't.
Dude.
He was mean to
Dude.
you, but he wasn't trying to be a bad guy. He
Yeah.
just wanted to be mean to you. Was what I got from that.
I gave it a try. We were getting along just fine. As soon as I leave, they went right back to the same stuff again. So that showed me, and I did a good faith thing to give it a shot. Give it a
right. That was at Kane's when that
yeah.
happened.
Just give it a try.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a try and see what happens. And you know, it is what it is, man. But the whole thing is that, and then
right when you left, it seemed like they started playing videos about you. I was just skipping through it, but I could see they were up there and they started playing videos about you once you left.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't mind because he'll hear this. I don't care. But Kane Catharsis, he's a scumbag. He's a scumbag.
Well, why do you keep going there then if you feel that way?
No, I wanted to give it. I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to go up and just give it a last shot. You know, let me just see if I can't make friends and bury the hatchet.
He's been a piece of shit to me too, honestly. Like I don't really want to be his friend anymore. He's been so shitty to me. He's sucking up to people like Lord Doc and Joey all the time. And I get that Joey's like good people, but Lord Doc's definitely not somebody to suck up to right away.
Well, I got a problem with Doc. I got a real problem with him now because every time I go on his panel, he lets people just run amok. Like he can't control his panel. And that's a problem. Like, I'm not asking anyone to gatekeep somebody, but if people are just dogpiling somebody, there should be some kind of decorum there. You know, it's like, what is this? You know? So, like I said, people can run their panel how they want to. How they want to run their panel.
When all the people show up, though, that's better. The more people on panel means the more numbers watching, like most likely. So when you do get a dog pile situation, that means there's a lot of people on the panel, which means that all their subscribers are probably watching them do something.
He had the most when I was fighting 3 and 4 people at once. It was his highest numbers he's ever gotten, ever.
That's what I'm saying. That's just good for views because there's a lot of people and they bring their community. I'm
just not into it. Not into it. I wish him nothing but the best. I'm just not into it. So I'll come to your channel.
I wouldn't want to deal with it either. I mean, honestly, being on the end of that, it's not rough. Like it's definitely rough, actually. I mean,
it's all you know. It's all I banged your mom jokes, and it's like, come on, man. It's like, you know, it's like
they'll say whatever, bro. They'll say whatever.
I banged your dead mom, and then Tommy D's like, I'm banging your wife. The dude has hepatitis C and has a triangle face. I mean, come on, dude. You're not banging anybody. Marley wouldn't even bang you. You know,
Marley,
so my wife.
You won't give Marley's pound back to her.
My ex-wife is so classy. And so educated. Tommy Junkie TV couldn't even get her fake phone number. So it's like, I don't know what the guy's talking about. It's like, I'm talking to her tomorrow. We're going to hang out. I'm like, no, dude, what?
Like,
it's stupid.
Do you still talk to this?
He's never talked to her, bro.
It's talk to her, though? Like, why do you talk to her? Why?
Yeah, because we have kids together.
Wait, I thought you had one kid together and they're an adult.
Yeah, and we have stepchildren together.
But that don't matter. They're not your kids anymore. You come back to the regular daddy.
We talk all the time. And I love her. I love her to death. We're family. But it's just
that's good, man. That's good that you're close with these people because I honestly like. I feel like in my situation, I would have been like, nah, I'm just that.
No, it's we
had one real kid together, and I do love your kids in the way, but I'm not gonna stay and be stepdaddy to your kids.
No, we're not. We're not together anymore. We don't live together.
I know, but the relationship that you still talk all the time and everything like that. Yeah. To me, like if I was still talking to my ex-girlfriend, like I would be the most depressed person in the world. Like I,
Not at all.
my ex-girlfriends, you know why I broke up with them? Because they made my life miserable. Like,
Sure. Well, I'll give you a really good analogy. So it was
Mhm.
hard for me the first.
Well, it's hard out there for a pimp. First of all,
It was
like,
hard for me the first 5 or 6 years.
yes.
You know, to talk to her, to see her for like Thanksgiving and Christmas when we're not apart. We're apart.
Mhm.
But after a few years, I met somebody else.
Mhm.
My heart moved on. So
Mhm.
if and when I talk to her, it's just family. There's no
Yeah.
weirdness. There's no
Yeah, but even
strangeness.
that,
It's
like,
not like that. It's
she
just not
didn't
like that.
start.
I mean,
She hasn't started dating a new guy yet.
she's been with. I've been with a few, and I'm with somebody now. But she's with somebody. But
Well, there you go. Like, why
it,
don't you guys just
yeah.
separate and let your guys' lives
No. We're
privately be
just
separate?
family. We're just family. We
But
talk about
but
kids
you
kids
guys don't.
birthdays, and
But the thing is, like,
we don't
she's
hang
not.
out.
Is she the
We don't
actual?
hang out.
But is
Yeah.
she the mother of your actual kid though, right? Like, do you guys have an
Yes.
actual?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was
Yes.
gonna say, like, even then, that's pretty rough though. But yeah,
It's
I wouldn't
not.
hang out with her too much. But yeah, you gotta keep talking to her if you guys have a kid. Obviously, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't hang out. We don't hang out. The only time we hang out is usually Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's
Oh,
it.
there you go. That's something. I
That's
mean,
all.
at least. But
Yeah.
like, do you guys get together, do a
Yeah.
family thing or whatever? That's cool.
No,
Like,
well, she had a flat tire. She had a
I
flat.
don't understand about
She
exes. Like, I don't know how to deal with exes. Honestly, that's my thing.
Sure.
That's why I'm having confusion. I wouldn't know how to deal with an ex.
It's easy. It's easy. She had a flat tire,
I
right?
just leave them. I
And
just
then she called me. She's like, I have a flat tire. I'll be there in 20 minutes. And I
I'd be
changed
like,
the
hey,
tire for her.
I would
And
have
then I
been
said,
like,
there
bitch,
you
call
go.
your new boyfriend to tell him to fix your fucking flat tire. That's why I was.
At the time, she wasn't with somebody at the time.
I would have
But
said
at the
it
same
either way.
token,
Just either way to be a dick.
but
I
at the
would have said.
same, sure. But at the same token, it's my son's mother. She gave me the greatest gift in the world. So
See,
I
that's
owe
what I mean.
her. I
See, that's
owe
what I
her.
mean. Either way,
You know?
even if you're gonna do it either way, just say it just to be a dick. Like, just to be a dick. Even if you're still gonna go do it, like, I would have just said it just to be a dick. Like, I would have been like, go get that guy to do it. And then I'd
She's
be
so
like,
beautiful.
secretly, I'd be already packing up and driving my way over there or whatever, but I'd still talk some shit.
What's his
I
name?
definitely talk some
People
shit.
were putting pictures of her.
They said his name's Tyrone. Tyrone? I'm just reading the comment. They said his name's Tyrone.
No, his name's not Tyrone.
Tyrone? Tylenol. My bad. I read it. I read it wrong. His name's Tylenol. I read it wrong.
No, it's not Tyrone.
I'll be right back. You could talk to the chat real quick. I just gotta go pee, and I'll be.
I gotta pee too as well. But yeah, let me. Yeah, his name's not Tyrone, but that's okay. Say whatever you want.
Bana, 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 bana. Bana, 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 bana. All right, I'm back. Mike, we can make use of you. Yeah, you could broker peace between me and Joey somehow. We got to figure out how to broker peace so that, like you were saying, all the channels can thrive and the summer
Sure.
can actually pop off the way Joey wants the summer to pop off. I want the summer to pop off. I want all of our channels to pop off, right? If we can all be on the same page at some point, that help us all pop off,
Sure.
right?
Right.
The problem is that Joey don't like when I do things, and I'm just gonna keep doing the things I do, and I gotta try not to do those things as much. But basically, we need Joey to be on board at some point, and that would be good for business on my end. I assume that would be great for business on his end if I'm on board with whatever he's doing. So I feel like there's business to be brokered there, but that's your job, Mike. You got to figure it out. You find some peace agreement between me and Joey, and if it's possible, you bring it back to me, hopefully, and we will agree to it, maybe. And then,
Sure. I mean, I would
maybe peace will be brokered amongst the kingdoms. Because again, like Mike, you were saying, you've been here like 3 years. I've been here 6. Joey's been here like arguably 4 or 5. So like I've been here lingering and doing things. Even before that, I was in another place, online video games, which is just the worst place to be. It's worse than YouTube. It's worse than YouTube. I guarantee you. There's uncensored everything you could think of, anything you can do to somebody, no repercussions. It was so much worse than YouTube. Online Call of Duty League play, the worst place you could be besides YouTube. And so coming to this, I'm just saying, like, there's some things. I've been here a lot longer than Joey, and I deserve a little bit of respect for that. And Joey don't give me that respect. He don't see me as an equal. He don't see me as somebody that's equal to him at all, which is weird because I've been here longer than him. I have more credibility and more experience than him. So the fact that he doesn't see me as an equal is appalling and crazy to me. That's a big part of me and Joey's beef, that he doesn't see me as an equal. He wants to be the boss.
Yeah, it's funny because if you notice,
Mm-hmm.
when I was first coming on, I was a lot more subservient. I wasn't as loud. I wasn't as powerful as I am.
Exactly.
Now
you grew into what you are. You grew into
now
it.
I'm powerful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is that I think I hate to say the redemption channel, but I mean, if there is truly redemption there, then there should be a path.
Joey. That was Joey's thing, right?
Yeah. The thing is that if you're asking me, if you're asking my opinion, you should get a pass. You should be able to get a pass. That's my opinion, and I'll say it openly to anybody.
Honestly, I'm not asking for
my
a pass.
opinion.
I'm asking for what's owed to me. I've been here longer. I've been the dominant creature. Like,
Sure.
I literally am the dominant creature. I have twice the experience as him in these fields, probably more. And the fields he has are a different field. So online, I'm the predator online. He's the predator in real life.
Well, hopefully,
that's why he went to prison, though.
Well, hopefully he can see that you're actually being sincere, because you actually are. I wouldn't say hurt, but you are offended that you're being
deeply offended.
You're being pushed out of a place that you deserve to be in. Basically a relevant chess piece on the board. Let's go to chess references.
Fair enough. It'd be like, hey, you're treating me like a pawn when I'm clearly at least a bishop or a rook or something.
A rook. I'd call you a rook.
Hey, fair enough.
I'd call you a rook. And then from a rook, you might go to a knight. Then you go to a knight. And then you go
Honestly,
to
if you guys ain't
Yeah,
paying
yeah.
attention, I've probably been the queen this whole time, honestly.
I don't know. If you are, you go, girl. But I don't know. You're turning into Gen X Jeff. Start
Yeah,
rubbing your
right?
boobs. Yeah.
I put on like a little fucking little
Yo.
scarf with like yellow flower scarf.
I'm sitting on panel, and he takes his shirt off, and he
I
starts
know,
going like
dude.
this. I'm going. And if you looked at my face, I'm going, the fuck. Like, what is going on right now?
He does some weird things
like,
sometimes,
yo.
bro. I started
Yeah.
noticing when I watch him. I started noticing these things. Like, he does a little bit of
It's
weird
like,
things.
Whoa. Yeah.
That is, but like, what do you expect from him? He's a gay Satanist. What do you expect? He's gonna rub.
I
his
understand that.
nipples and
I
be a
understand.
little-
Bro,
He's gonna be.
all right.
He's gonna be a little odd to us, obviously. You know,
Understand.
he does weird things that we're not used to because he's.
I understand. But I know gay dudes that wouldn't be rubbing their nipples shirtless online. I don't know where that came from. I'm like, what?
I don't know.
And then
Remember
then you
Kazoom? He's always shirtless. Kazoom.
Then you got the guy Ricardo takes his shirt off. And then you got Untrackable takes his shirt off. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, what is going on, bro?
I mean,
But it's
I've been
just like,
shirtless on stream, but I don't know, man. What the one time I talked about my nipples, I was blackout drunk and I called them my Lauren Laguna.
My nipples look like. Remember the movie Kung Pao? Remember the movie Kung Pao? My nipples look like milk duds. You don't remember that movie?
Hey, no, but I would be like, yeah, let's see the milk dud titties. Hell yeah.
Kung Pao Enter the. I think it's Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It's fucking. It's so funny. He goes, my nipples look like milk duds, and it's dubbed. It's dubbed. It's a Chinese karate movie that's dubbed over. It's funny as hell, bro. Kung Pao. It's funny, bro. Oh my goodness gracious. It is funny. I'm trying to
couple movies like that.
Oh, it's hilarious, bro.
I never even saw Spaceballs or whatever.
You never seen Spaceballs?
I never seen Balls of Fury either.
Oh my god, Balls of Fury is not that great.
No,
even though it has
the ping pong one.
It's not that great.
I thought that was good. I heard it was.
Yo, yeah, it's not that great. But Spaceballs, Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
I don't know. I'm gonna smoke some weed and watch something right now. I'm gonna smoke some weed and watch.
I'm telling you, man, Spaceballs. Yo, you got to watch Blazing Saddles. You ever see Blazing Saddles?
Maybe. What's it about?
It's like the Western movie where it has the guy that was in the chocolate factory, and then the other black dude.
No, I didn't.
They're in the wild.
No,
they're in the wild. Gene Wilder. Yeah, Gene Wilder. Oh my, that movie.
Dude, the fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with him. That shit is so fucking funny and amazing, bro. Dude, every kid there like died almost in a horrible way. That was fucking funny, bro.
Your imagination. That, let me tell you something. That
he's
movie,
like going through the fucking the thing on the boat, the tunnel. He's like, surely the things are flowing as something is growing. He's like going all crazy, bro. That shit was funny. I was like, he's freaking them the fuck out, and I was laughing because that's something I would do if I were the guy.
The funniest.
If I were the guy, that's the shit I would do.
The funniest is oompa loompa doompa dee doo when they're dancing by the chocolate river. What do you get when you gobble down sweets? And they're like dancing around.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then they like at the end of every song, it's like a kid just dies. Basically.
Oh yeah.
They're like like the Gene Wilder dude's like, oh, I'm sure he's about to go into the incinerator right about now.
Yeah.
And then they just carry on. They just ignore it and carry on. And I'm like, oh,
that's it. Like it's no big deal.
Like no big deal.
No big deal.
And then at the end of the movie, like, don't they blast out of the like the whole like
they go through the top. They go through the top.
They blast out of it at the end. So like
the Wonka
Did the kids
The-
ever come back to life, or
No,
they're
no.
just dead, right?
No,
Like
they're
it's just a
gone.
bunch of dead kids because it's fucking Gene Wilder and he's a fucking
That
legend,
movie.
bro.
Let me tell you something.
That's
The
why.
Wonka
That's why.
Vader.
'Cause
The
he's a
Wonka
legend.
Vader when he goes to the top. That
Mhm.
movie is so dark. People
Oh my
can't see how
God,
dark
such a good
that movie is. It's actually like horror. It's like a horror movie. It's like watching Hostel.
I was
It's
laughing,
bad.
bro. He's
Yeah.
like, you ate the citrus bubbly gum, you get nothing. He's
that's-
like yelling. He's like, "Good day, sir," and like he kicks him out, and then he's like, he gives him back his little jawbreaker. He's like, "Here's your jawbreaker back, basically. I want nothing from you."
He goes, a kind word, a kind deed in a
Yeah,
bad
a
world.
kind
He
deed.
goes, yeah.
Something
He
like
goes,
that.
Charlie,
Yeah, that's
Charlie,
something.
my
You
boy,
just
you
had to-
win.
You just had to do
You
anything.
win.
You just had to
Yeah.
not be a piece of, just for 1 second, not be a greedy piece of shit. That's all
I
it
do.
took was for him to get upset, to not be greedy. And
That's it.
everybody, every other kid in that movie, the whole time, they were greedy, they were wanting, they want something, they were bugging for something, they were asking for things they couldn't have. At this point, this guy had something he could have forever, and he gave it back to Wonka because he was like, "Well, Wonka, I respected you when I took this, and now I don't."
He showed his true heart. He showed his he showed his true self. You know,
Yeah.
and the thing is that, but I use that line. I believe it or not, on a stream yesterday, I was fighting with somebody, and I said, "You get nothing. You lose, sir." I actually, yep.
Damn.
I used the line. Oh, it was great.
Nice. You gotta do something.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel
nothing.
it, bro. You gotta use it. I feel it
You
sometimes.
gotta do it. You gotta pull it out. You gotta,
Some lines.
you know, it's like AC in a butt plug. You just gotta go for it sometimes.
Oh,
But you know,
shit.
it's just, you know, it's one of those
Dude,
things. You know?
I mean, AC in the butt plug, he goes for that every fucking time. Actually,
This guy came on a panel and tried to clown me. I said, bro.
Yeah, when?
I said, a couple days ago.
Oh, I was gonna
couple
say,
days ago.
yeah, today. This guy.
I said, bro, you got a plug in your ass with latex underwear on. What are you
Right.
talking about? Everyone's like, ah!
I saw him
the-
like he did like a little saunter across the screen while he's
Yeah.
wearing the thong, bro. Somebody played a video for me. He's walking across the screen wearing the thong up to the camera. He's getting closer to the camera the whole time walking. Like it's like, oh my gosh, dude.
And then he's doing that. He's doing that, bro, right?
Leonard.
So he's doing that, and then Jeff's like this.
I bet, dude. Shit. Dude, oh my god, dude. The Alroy, do you know Alroy in them? Like, I don't know if you know these guys from
I know them.
There's Alroy, PC,
They're weird.
and somebody else.
Purple.
Chosen.
Purple, Elroy, and purple.
Alroy, purple, and PC2. But like, so what was the point? There was some nipple rubbing going on or some shit. What's the point of this? I had a point with this. There was something going on over there, and I was like, "This is a little weird." Oh no! They showed me a video of a girl. Right? They sent me a video. Oh my god! It's in my email, bro. They sent me a video. Right? It's this girl. She's in the bathtub and she's like playing with her titties. Right? And then, dude, she like starts rubbing one and starts squishing it. But like she don't even have pierced nipples, bro. And she starts squeezing her titty and something like yellow starts coming out the nipple hole.
That's infection. That's infection.
It looks so gross.
Yeah. My one son's mother, she has big bazooms and they're pierced. They're pierced.
These weren't even pierced. I thought they were gonna be pierced. They weren't even pierced.
Yeah. It's pretty hot. It's pretty cool.
Right, but this came out of the nipple hole. They like, so I was thinking they were gonna be pierced, right? Because when they told me about like what happened, I assumed pierced nipples, but they weren't even pierced nipples. They were just nipples. And the lady, when she rubbed it, like she squeezed it a little bit, and they say she hasn't had a baby recently or anything. Apparently, she's squeezing out some bad milk out of her nipples because it looked like yellow and white.
So you
yellow,
can
like different
I guess
colors.
a woman
They came out white and yellow.
if a woman does have a baby and a couple years passes and she does mess with them, it's
Mhm.
possible to still lactate. But if it's yellow, that's infection. That's
If it's
pus.
yellow, don't let that
That's
mellow.
pus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's pus. Yeah,
That's
that's
nasty.
infection. It's infection. It's like when you pop a pimple. If you pop a pimple, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not. It's going to be
Right, when she's
yellow or
squeezing her nipples,
bloody.
there's
Yeah,
pus
yeah.
in there. She's squeezing it out the nipple hole. Ugh,
Gross. Gross. That's
on
like
that note,
you know.
on that note, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's go to bed.
All right, no problem. Yeah. I don't
are
want
you good?
I don't want to kill your appetite. I don't want to kill your appetite. You gonna get some pizza or something? What are you gonna eat? Some pizza?
I'm gonna walk to Jacket Box. It's right next door. Or actually,
Oh, Jack in the Box.
I mean, that's the plan. But you know,
You
and
get
actually, I got chicken in the fridge, so I might go to Jack Box. I might just walk there. Or I might just get chicken in the fridge. I got chicken.
Get a greasy cheeseburger and some fries.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds,
Dude, they got some
about good.
They got the munchies, dude. They got munchie meals. They got them. They're curly fries, some tacos, and regular fries, and some kind of burger for like $12.
Yo, last night I made salmon, amazing, and tonight I made cutlets. Tomorrow I think we're gonna do burgers. We're gonna make homemade burgers. I can't wait.
You know what I want to do is actually go fishing and catch some fish, and then have my girlfriend cook them up somehow. But the thing is that I personally, I've never, like, since I was like 10 or something around that time, I haven't gutted a fish, and I don't think my girlfriend's ever gutted a fish. So like, it's gonna be a whole thing for us. Like, we're gonna have to learn how to do some certain things.
Sure.
But at some point I do want to do some fishing and catch some fish, and then be like, yeah, you cook those because I caught them, and these are like, we're gonna eat a meal that I went out there and actually caught myself. That'll be a thing,
So I know you want to run, but we have what's called an international market. These are fish that are still alive. They're actually in tanks, like big fish, and they'll take it out for you, and they'll actually, gut it, scale it, everything, fresh. I mean, it was alive 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But this place, if you catch a fish and you take it there and give them like $3-4, they'll clean them and gut them for you. They'll do everything, all the work for you. Yeah,
that's not bad, honestly.
When we go fishing, we catch fish out of the lake. We'll run up there real quick, and $5. I give him $5, and he'll clean them and gut them and scale them and everything.
Could technically, like, let's say I catch a fish, could I just clean it and gut it right there by the water's edge and throw all its guts back in the water?
Sure.
Or no?
Well,
would I need something? Like, I need a cooler, like an ice cooler to throw them in, right?
Yeah. You would need different knives. You need a scaling knife, and you need a knife to actually scale off, and you need a fillet knife. So you need 2 different knives, and then yes, it's going to make a mess. And you have to pull the innards out. So yes, you want to keep the fish fresh. So yeah, you'd want to do it like you'd want to scale it and gut it right before you cook it. That's the freshest way to go. Yeah,
I was thinking about killing it water side, gutting it, and then just throwing it in some ice.
Now there are some places in the world that they'll scale it. They'll get the scales off, and then they'll just cook it whole with the innards in it. But the problem is it
just chop its head off, right, and then try to.
Yeah, but it's the scraziale that doesn't taste good. Because the blood and the innards will taint the meat, so you have to get the blood out of there and the membrane out of there. You got to get it out of there. But fish heads.
You're not supposed to eat animal blood according to the Bible.
You're not supposed to. I've done it before.
I think that's why you cook it. I think that's why you're supposed to cook it the way we cook it, maybe. Just to get the bloods out. But
you know the story I told you.
That might have been before Jesus, though. That might have been before Jesus. Old Testament.
On my first hunt, I did consume deer blood. I did on my first hunt, and I drank it. And it's a rite of passage for hunters. And you only do it your first time. The first time you keyword a deer, you consume some of the blood.
You weren't worried about Lyme disease? That would be a big worry of mine.
No, not at all. Dude, I was 16 years old, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
You know,
I guess
but
back then.
yeah. But
Well,
you
you're
become
young,
part of.
you're young, bro. You think you do everything?
Yeah, 16. I shot him with a two. Yeah, shot him with a. And back then, you could use a 223. Back then, when you hunted, you can't use a 223 now. Now it has to be 5.56. But yeah, we got a deer, and yeah.
When I was young, like at some point, like around 14 or 15, I started feeling this deep empathy for animals and loving animals. So I was very anti-hunting. Even now, I'm still kind of against hunting unless I actually like. If I needed to eat the animal, then yeah, I'd probably hunt it because fuck it, I gotta eat it, right?
The whole thing. The whole thing.
Right now, I wouldn't go kill a. Like I had a friend like when I was young, and he would be like, "Hey, let's go hunt some rabbits or something." And in my mind, like we weren't gonna eat the rabbits, and in his mind, we weren't gonna eat the rabbits. We're just gonna go out to a field and kill rabbits just to see if we could shoot. And I was just like, I don't really want to do that. I want to kill rabbits.
I'll tell you this. I know you want to run in a minute, but rabbit. To Italians, like especially Sicilians, we eat so much rabbit. I mean, I'm telling you, it's very good.
Yeah, I gotta try it, bro. I never had rabbit, bro. What I was talking about, the kid just wanted to murder rabbits. So, like, he didn't want to eat them or anything. He just wanted to see if he could shoot them. See if his shot hit the mark. Moving targets.
The problem is that when you hunt something, when you hunt like a rabbit, you have to actually take all of the innards out, and they're very furry. So you have to actually
all
skin
the animals. Like you gotta skin them. You gotta take the innards down. You gotta skin them. Like that's all animals, right? You got innards and then skin them.
It's very bloody. You get blood everywhere, so you have to be, it's so. But yeah, it's wild. But this is the thing. Check this out. This is the thing. If you have a local butcher, you can take animals to the butcher, and he will take care of it for you. He'll quarter them and skin them for you. They'll do it for a fee, like $10 or whatever. He'll because they're good at that. They're like surgeons with that stuff. I'm telling you right now, rabbit, bro. If you've never had rabbit, it is so good. It is so good, delicious. And in Italy, there's thousands of rabbits, so you can literally be bagging rabbits and eating for free.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like if I was ever like homeless or something, I would definitely be in the wild. Like let's say if I murdered someone, like let's say Nunzio came out the woodworks and I shot him in the face, and I had to go into hiding because I did it and I knew I was guilty, right? So I had to go into hiding. I would go into the woods, right? And I would build myself a little thing out of wood. I would make myself some little makeshift tools, and I would definitely start hunting animals. And I would have to learn to skin them. I would have to learn like to clean them and cook them. And, until I did, I would probably be stomach sick for a long time until I did, because I'd be eating rotting animals. So I think about this a lot. Like, how would I do this? And that is something I would want to do one day. Like, you could get like some lights, like those like lights that recharge with the sun each day. You could buy those for like $20 or $30, and you can hang them up in the woods. You could just be out there hunting rabbits and building your own little house out there off the grid. So if I ever did murder somebody or do something crazy, I would go way off the grid, and that's kind of my plan. I would go out into the forest where nobody could find me.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and it's like because all right, so I'll say this real fast. So whenever we hunt, my family, whenever we hunt, you ever see the deer heads on people's walls? We never do that. That's not what it's about. It's about consuming the animal. It's respecting the animal. It's not putting it on display. So it's different.
Trophy hunter.
It's not a trophy. It's sustenance. It's to feed us, and that's a difference in different kinds of hunters. Yeah. And like, All I
That's
can
what I
say
mean.
is,
That's the kind of hunter I'd be, where you hunt for
you know,
substance, not
it's
just
sustenance.
for like
That's it. That's it.
the biggest kill you could find. That's a different kind of hunter, and that
And
wouldn't be
if
me.
you look at, like swamp people, remember that show Swamp People, like on
I've never
A&E, where
seen that.
they're hunting gators, they're hunting deer, they're doing all this stuff, and they have freezers full of meat for like a year. It's to eat. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
for show. Look
I
how
mean, if
cool
you
I
got
am. Yeah,
but if you got a year's full of meat, like,
yeah.
I don't think you need to be hunting it. Like, yeah, you got
No,
a
no,
whole
it's
year of food, but
it's like a
like,
year's worth of meat, but it's like they don't even go to. It's just you have to see the meat. It's crazy, man. And if you've never had
they're making
alligator,
a business. They're definitely selling that meat. They're definitely selling it.
oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, they
One
gotta be.
so my
I
favorite,
would.
my absolute favorite is lamb. I love lamb. Love lamb. Lamb is amazing. And
I
then
don't think I've had lamb either, honestly.
it would be deer, venison. I love venison.
Oh, I've had deer. I think well, that's like beef jerkies and stuff, right? Like, ain't there certain deer in beef
Well,
jerky?
we like it more as in roasts, like a deer roast. You can
Oh,
you can put it
I've
in a
never
yeah.
roasted a deer. I've never
Oh
tried.
my gosh,
I
man.
bet it sounds good. Oh my god, because my mom makes these roasted burritos, but instead of like the meat we use, if we use deer meat, I bet it tastes so fucking good.
It
Like,
does.
can you buy
And
deer
then
meat? Is that a thing? Can you just buy like a deer roast?
you'd have to go to a specialty place.
Yeah, I was gonna say we don't have very many
Yeah.
deer unless we go up north. We're not gonna have deer unless we go way up
There's a
north.
butcher. There's a
It's like an
butcher
hour away.
in There's a butcher in Virginia Beach that does have venison. They'll
If I,
sell deer meat, but it's very seasonal. It's not all the time.
I'm
So,
pretty
but
sure if I go up north, I could kill a few deer and just bring
oh
them
yeah,
back.
no doubt, no doubt.
Easy.
You cap them.
One time we went up north and we parked in an area and like 3 deer walked up to our truck and like I could totally killed all 3 of them. That was
Definitely. They're stupid. They'll walk if you put food out or a salt lick because they love there's you know what a salt lick is? It's a big
something with salt
it's
on
a
it.
big cylinder. It's a big cylinder and it's salt and you put it on a tree
Mm-hmm.
and they crave it. So they come up and they start licking it.
Mm-hmm.
You just come up behind them and shoot them.
No.
That's how dumb they are.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And then if you throw food out in the parking lot, a deer will eventually just walk up and stand right next to you and bow. So it is what it is. But the whole thing is
very hard to stay alive. Honestly, we almost ran one over.
Well, they're stupid. They're dumb. They have small brains. But the whole thing is that if you're going to keyword an animal, do it humanely. Do it quickly. Don't let the animal suffer. That's I'm trying to say. Like,
go for an animal, go for a cat creature. They're hard to kill.
And the biggest problem I have. So I got into bow hunting, the actual bow hunting. And the thing is that if you don't get a clean shot, the animal runs off. But the animal's in pain. The animal's in pain.
It's still gonna die. It's gonna die later.
But no, it might not die for 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's but it's not gonna die right away.
It's like me cutting your arm off and letting you run around for 30 minutes. So in other words, the thing with bow hunting is you have to get a clean
I would
kill.
be happy for those 30 minutes, to be fair. I would gladly take those 30 minutes, and I would take them every single time. I'd be like, you cut my arm off. If I get to live for 30 minutes, I would not have gone to live. I would take those 30 minutes every single time.
So what we're going to do,
we don't want to be in those circumstances.
Going forward, me and you are going to have a hunting trip soon. We're going to go hunting. We're going to live out in the wilderness.
What kind of animals are we going to kill?
Well, you're in Arizona. I'm in Virginia. So we would probably go deer hunting here. If you came here, deer hunting.
We have
if
deer
we went there.
We have deer here too. So we
have deer? Okay.
Yeah, so we
could
like
deer.
Do you have bears? Do you have bears? Because I fucking hate bears. I like deer.
Sure. We have bears. We do have bears, but usually you have to go
Let's
way up
kill
into
a
the
bear
mountains.
then. Let's fucking go way up in the mountains and kill a
Bears,
bear.
no, but you can't eat a bear. Bear meat is
I don't.
disgusting.
I
It's
mean,
disgusting.
but like, I like deer and I don't like bears. I like if we're
But if
gonna
you're if you're gonna keyword something,
we're gonna make it into a roast. We're gonna
you
roast
have
the
to
bear.
eat it. You have to eat
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna make bear.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can eat a whole bear, but I can eat some of the bear. Like I probably eat like a bear thigh a little bit.
Like a bear sandwich. Just put a bear on
Yeah,
2 pieces of
yeah.
bread.
Like I mean, probably like 3 or 4 bear sandwiches, and then I'd be like, damn, we wasted a lot of that bear. But
You're
at
nuts.
least we ate some of them.
I love it. Well, get some food, man.
Yeah,
Get some
I'm
food.
starving. All right,
Yeah, get
have a
some
good
food.
night, Mike.
Yo, this is a great stream, man. A great
I
stream.
thought it was. Yeah, it went good.
Yeah. And
All right.
I will see you again. And are you going up tomorrow?
Probably not tomorrow. If I do, it'll probably be on the backup channel. I'm trying to get the backup channels with more watch hours and stuff going.
What is it? The X channel?
Yeah, the Ham Banana X one.
Okay.
I got the
I'll
I got Ham Banana Island as well. That's my 3rd channel, Ham Banana Island.
All right.
If you see that one, you'll see one of my animations is the picture, so you'll
Sure.
obviously be like, yeah, he drew that.
Well, if you go up, let me know, and I'll pop up with you.
All right, yeah. If I see you somewhere, I'll probably try to pop up there. If I'm allowed,
Yeah.
whatever place it is. We'll see. There's a lot. I'm not allowed a lot, but I'm not allowed at Canes. I'm not allowed Jet. Not allowed at like probably Joey's or like other. Like honestly, if you go a place, I'm probably not allowed there, Mike.
Have you tried to come on CTs?
No, not since the last time. I haven't been there. So I could try again. I think that'll go.
Try again.
Yeah,
Try again, and
I'll be chill that time. I'll be chill.
Yeah, come up. If I'm up there, come up. Because I'm telling you,
I'm not gonna go up. If you're not up, I won't go up by my. I'll just wait. I'll just wait.
We'll piggyback and we'll have fun. We'll laugh, dude. I'm telling you, we have fun up there. It's fun. That's a fun panel, and that panel it gets like 6, 7, 8,000 views.
That's what I heard.
Thousands.
That's good. That's a lot of views. And I do want more views in our community. It seems like Joey's bringing up the views, just being crazy over there. So that's pretty good.
Dude,
It's
I'm
revitalizing the community in a way.
I was on the panel
in there. Yeah, that'll be something. KT
I was
and
on
Joey.
the panel. We got like 8,000 views, dude. That's a lot of people.
That is, bro. That's good.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, listen, get some food.
All right. Have a good night.
I'll talk to you.
See you
All
later.
Right, later, man.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later. Glad you joined me and Mikey. It was a cool stream. So I'll see you guys later. I'm just gonna eat some foods and then just chill out. All right. Peace.